What up, homies? It's your boy Stev. Ash is taking the night off tonight, but no reason to worry. I got me an A-plus guest tonight. We got cinematographer, filmmaker, comic enthusiast, friend of the family, Derek Glenn.
Hey, what's up?
And today we're doing the annual 25 of 25.
Exciting.
Very exciting. So Oscars are coming out Sunday. So we're recording this a couple days before. And so we're going to talk about, in no particular order, our 25 favorite movies of the year 2025. Excited?
Yes, yep. Very.
Sorry, I don't know why that fucked me up. I thought you were going to say more. For some reason.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm happy to be here. I'm looking forward to reviewing the year 2025 as far as like what we had for movies. So yeah. I'm really excited. I all year, actually, this year specifically, I felt like I was really good at like keeping up. Like a lot of like movies came out, I was like on it this year, which is like sometimes I feel like movies come out and I might miss them or whatever. I catch them like later, but this year anything that came out, I was actively seeking to see what like was good or what wasn't or whatever. So I was like, I was on it this year, we'll say. But I'll also say this year, everything that I was anticipating somehow left me disappointed, or it was like lacking in some way. Did you find this?
I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. Actually, I found this year was weird because all the movies that I was excited for disappointed me, and all of the movies that I really couldn't care less about, they're on like the back of my brain, I loved.
Yeah.
I want to say like 3 of my favorite movies this year, I can't believe they didn't see them coming. You know what I mean? Like when I saw them, I'm like, oh, like I watched one the other night. I'm like, oh, this is probably the best movie I've seen in a long fucking time. Ooh. We'll talk about it. Okay. We'll talk about it obviously, but like it. Okay. Anyway, but
that's okay. It's a weird year, and I know we've just had writer strikes, and like Hollywood is transitioning like technology wise and stuff like that. We got AI coming in and stuff. So I don't know if it's like, it's weird. You've got movies that were made like how they used to be. There were some of those this year. Like, and I say how they used to be, it's just like maybe it was a formula that worked in the 90s. Let's say they're applying it now. I think those were refreshing. And it shouldn't be that way. Like you think, oh, well, this is just they're doing stuff from the night. But it's like, is it just it's been enough time that those things are fresh again?
Right?
I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of something they do often, right? Like the 70s were a particular way, and then that kind of came back in the 90s, and now it's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
In, I guess, the late 2020s, I guess. I don't know.
Well, even too, like superhero movies now, like they're kind of like, although like this year, like I was anticipating certain superhero movies like Superman and these movies were still good, but like there was just something for me, just specifically with superhero movies that just they've lost what made them great, I think. Because maybe there's just a saturation, and like I could see specifically superhero movies maybe going away for a little bit, like westerns or something like that. They come up and they go again or whatever. But like I feel like we're in a period of transition, and it's reflected in the movies. I think it's I don't know. Also, like I said this, but like I said this to you earlier, but just a theme of saying goodbye. I think I see that in like some of the movies that were some of my favorites this year. It's just like this thread of like having to say goodbye to either people, like family, or like places, stuff like that is like,
definitely,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I don't know, but
it is interesting. And no. It is interesting. This is also one of those weird years where, like, going back to what I was saying even earlier, where like I was expecting particular movies to be better than they were. Even like movies that even now, because with Oscar season ending and like the Oscars coming up in a couple of days, like everybody's talking about like, oh, this is definitely going to win Best Picture. This is definitely going to win such and such. And I'm like, I find it baffling. Like, oh, that's the movie you're actually championing. Like,
I don't know. You want to bring it up, but like it blows my mind. And maybe this is it too. It's like Sinners, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, okay. You want to start?
Do you want to just talk?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just open it up.
Sinners. Okay. So in no particular order, 25 favorite movies of the year. Just mixed up. Yeah. We're going to start with Sinners, I guess.
Let's go for it.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Even though hold on. Let's preface by saying we did start negatively with Sinners, just saying, I'm baffled that this is that people are saying this is going to win Best Picture. It's a good fucking movie though.
No, but like this is the thing too. It's like, I feel like any other year, Sinners would be a movie that gets overlooked.
Yeah.
Sinners would be a movie that's like, no. And it's like, maybe I'm thinking maybe less about like the subject matter and more about like the fact that it's a monster movie. Like it's a movie about vampires still, right?
Yeah.
But like there are obviously other like bigger themes that are maybe what people are attracted to, and like the vampires are just like extra. But it's just even like, okay, a couple of years ago, I remember Get Out being like a really cool movie for me. Like these horror movies are like not ones you expect like a whole audience to like cling on to.
Definitely.
But I don't know. With Sinners, I think it's doing more than just vampires too. Right, like it's like vampires is a key element to this, but like music is also very like a huge heavy influence in this movie, which I think goes a long way for a movie if the music's good too.
I agree. There's one particular scene where a guy's playing the guitar and he literally sets the roof on fire. Like, you know what I mean? And like it's the most interesting scene. Okay, yeah. This movie has two really interesting scenes. This is the first of the two, and like he's playing so well that it starts bringing in people from other time periods.
Yeah, he's transcending time.
Yeah,
by playing
he's so good, and it's like and this is what attracts the vampires to the building initially, right? Also, something that I love about this movie, it's just a stupid like vampire lore thing that I love personally. The fact that vampires aren't allowed to enter a building unless they're invited in.
Love it.
It's one of my favorite. Like, and not a lot of movies do it, and I love the fact that these vampires, the whole movie, they're just chilling outside because they can't get in.
Yeah.
Just like, you sure you don't want to let me in? Like, nope. All right. It's just like, all right. Like, I love it. But because I don't want to spoil too much about this movie. This movie is, even though, okay. So just a synopsis for people who haven't seen it.
Good idea.
Really quickly.
Yeah. Actually, I suppose now it's like, spoilers? Do you give a warning? Yeah.
See, we're going to try not to spoil anything if we can.
Ooh, okay, this will be trickier for me.
I just don't want, we don't really have a spoiler section in this particular episode, so we're going to try not to. Okay. I'm going to try not to, at least. I mean, I can't control what you
do. Bro, it's going to be tricky. You're just going to have to yell at me if I just make a signal or something.
Just try we'll try to keep it, even if you're going to even enter spoiler territory, just try to keep it vague.
Okay.
Just something vague.
And it's like as if you're trying to recommend it to somebody who hasn't seen it.
Exactly,
okay,
right?
Okay,
so that's kind of, so the synopsis real quick is a couple gangsters,
two brothers
who are twins,
played both by Michael B. Jordan,
who's amazing, who actually is amazing, and fucking
he's a good actor. I feel like he brings it in everything he does.
Oh my god,
right?
He's
like
fantastic. Yeah. They decide to throw a party. They like buy a building to throw a big party in, and the guy plays the song. It attracts some vampires, and it pretty much. A lot of people are making this connection. I immediately made the connection when I saw the movie. It's pretty much from Dusk Till Dawn. Like they're in this building and the vampires are trying to get in, and it gets to the point where they're like, "All right, we got to fight them," but without spoiling too much.
That's a good comparison. Like but here's the thing: I had never crossed my mind. Maybe because. I don't know. Okay, not that Dusk Till Dawn isn't sophisticated, but I felt like this movie was just like a little bit more serious with the subject. Dusk Till Dawn's having fun with it.
Oh, it is.
Not that it's a comedy, but like this is like there's an air of like seriousness that makes me not even like register that there's been a similar whole thing before. But yeah, okay.
Right. I love From Dusk Till Dawn, and I like this movie. So like I'm not, that's not even me saying it negatively. I'm just saying it. As soon as I saw the movie, because we did do a podcast on it already, The Sinners. So if you want to know more about what I think about it, you could listen to that. But like, as soon as I walked out of the theater, I'm like, that was From Dusk Till Dawn, right? And Ashley was like, oh, actually, yeah. But like, I'm gonna try to be vague and I'm gonna try to dance around this a little more, as much as I can. I think the ending scene of this movie is spectacular. That's the second scene that I was talking about. This movie has two scenes. All I'll say is. There's trying
to think what scene you're without describing it
without describing it too much. So the whole movie happens.
Oh, we're talking. There is like a kind of
it's almost
sequence?
Like a post credit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And it's gonna sound so weird, but it restructures the movie makes it like flips it on its head for me. It like becomes a completely different movie all of a sudden.
Yeah. Well,
with this one conversation that happens, and I'm just like, it's almost like you're seeing the movie from a different perspective for like. All of a sudden, and you're like, oh, like, and it has there's a character that has a fantastic monologue, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, that's how they're gonna end the movie? Like, oh my god, it got so, like, because to me it was very, I don't know, like it was just a monster movie, and then like that happens at the end, and I'm like, oh, it's such a good movie all of a sudden. Like,
and this is what I said earlier too. It's like I agree it's a monster movie, but it's also doing something with like I would say like black culture too, like how the importance of music in their culture is like expressed, like I don't know. So it's like I don't know. And that end sequence kind of does it. It's combining the fact that there's vampires and the music. I don't know. It's worth the watch. I'm actually, dude, I found this fact out too. It's like it's nominated for 16 Oscar nominations, which is the most any movie's ever had. It beat out Titanic and like all these other movies. And to me, that almost seems like sus. It's like a little bit like, okay, like, are you just lavishing it with like praise and then it's not going to get anything? It was just like the popular movie or whatever. And it's like, oh, but it's a really good movie. Yeah, like I know it's a good movie. It doesn't need to be nominated 16 times. I wonder if they're going to let me down. Like they just, it got the most nominations. That's like its only thing that it actually gets. It's like it doesn't actually win any awards. I wonder. But in my heart, it was a really fun time at the movies. I wanted to go back again, and I didn't. Like, obviously, there's other things like that came out or whatever. So I wanted to try to get a lot of different movies in. But Sinners is rewatchable. Sinners is worth going back to even again. So it's like if you're thinking about it, you're not sure yet. It's not a stuffy Oscar bait movie. It's a good movie that like you're surprised that it got
that
more
many
attention.
nominations.
It got more attention than I was ever expecting. So it's like it's worth it, I think. So
for sure. Okay, moving on to the next movie. I want to keep this. I was going to say B movie aesthetic, but definitely Sinners really isn't, but it is. You know
I don't know. It's
sophisticated.
I feel like
it's a sophisticated B movie. Is that sound crazy?
It's doing tropes like vampire. Like it's doing vampire tropes the whole time, and it's fun. Like there is a scene where like the vampires obviously like. You can't let the tropes or whatever
without
spoiling too much.
The vampires get it.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But like the progression of that and like scenes that happen before that, a lot of these actors are really good. I think it's great to see like also too Delroy Lindo's in it. I feel like I haven't seen him in a little bit, and like also gives like a really phenomenal performance. Like so feels so for like hard for him like when we're introduced to him, I'm immediately engaged with him, and then like he's cool, like all throughout it. I thought.
Agreed.
So
also, Haley Steinfeld's amazing.
She's
great
performance.
Everything.
You know what?
Like, come on.
I don't think I've seen. Maybe like was that one movie where she was in the 17 movie. I was just like, okay, I get what she's doing.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I get what she has to do here, but like she's certainly growing as an actor, and I saw it a lot in this movie.
Definitely, she's definitely matured, right? She went from like the big thing that I mean, aside from the Pitch Perfect movie, shit like that, but like Hawkeye. She was great in.
You're right.
But like this movie, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my god, she's an adult. It's strange.
She's grown up.
It's
now.
A strange
it's
like
true.
thing, right?
It's true. It's true.
But anyway, so it's keeping up with this this fun, almost like 90s like B movie. Next movie on one of my movies on my list, Toxic Avenger.
Oh. I didn't see it.
Okay.
I was trying to be very intentional, but I didn't get a chance to see it. Tell me all about it.
Very fun. Very fun movie. Directed by Macon Blair, I believe his name is. The guy who was like the main character in Blue Ruin. He also did he did a movie a couple years ago called I'm going to butcher this title, but it's I Don't Feel at Home in This Place. I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. It's a Netflix movie. I know that, but it's also a fantastic movie. I recommend it.
Was that Joaquin Phoenix? That one?
No, it's Melanie Linsky and Elijah Wood.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Okay, it's pretty good actually. I recommend it. It's Netflix, not bad.
Okay.
So Toxic Avenger though stars Peter Dinklage and
as the Toxic Avenger. Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
And and it's just like so he plays a janitor at like the movie is like as B movie as you could be. It's like so silly.
It's still trauma.
Yeah. It feels like I don't actually know if it.
Oh.
Is or not? I'm actually not 100% sure of that, but it feels like it. It's like just he plays a janitor who he gets fucked over by the guy who owns the place, and he decides to it's like a chemical factory, and he decides to rob the place, and of course he gets thrown in fucking a vat of goo, and he comes out and he's a Toxic Avenger, right? And it's just him going through the motions of getting revenge, and it's so much fun. It's such a fun. So this is really high. This is crazy high on my list. It's like number 3.
Okay.
Like crazy high on my list. Like I had too much fun with this movie. It's a great like sit down with your friends, have a couple drinks kind of movie.
Okay.
But yeah, even just like the villain has like a gang that works for him that like takes care of like you know what I mean? Like all the problems, and they're like so like. Do you know what they remind me of? Is actually, you know what this whole movie reminds me of? Actually, is Hobo with a Shotgun.
Ooh,
it's very Hobo with a Shotgun.
I actually really liked Hobo with a Shotgun when
too.
that came out. So I could. I'm gonna check that one out very soon. I
fun.
wish I had watched it in time so I could gush a little bit more.
That's all right.
And I actually it's a blind spot for me. Like the trauma movies don't actually appeal to me that much. I like their spirit. I appreciate the spirit, but the quality has always been like kind of what detracted. So I've never seen any Toxic Avenger or anything. So this might be my introduction now as this new take on it or whatever.
Okay. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say without like, I don't know, but
yeah, it's great. We got more movies to cover. We'll go.
So next movie on the list, we were literally just talking about this movie. You watched it for the second time or third time last night? Second time.
So when I saw it, I'm like, wow, I would rewatch that again. I know rewatchability is, I think, a good gauge for like if a movie I think is actually overall good.
Yeah.
But I said I would watch it and I want to watch it with other people specifically to see how they react, because this movie it's up and down with what it's doing to your just emotions, and it's also you're watching people like unravel and you're not even sure who's telling the truth. Well, we're talking about Begonia, right? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, Begonia I think is like, to me, fun. Okay, oh boy, because it's like, okay, you pretty much have Jesse Plemons and his cousin. I don't know that actor's name, but I think that's impressive to me.
He's fantastic, though. Well, they're both amazing. Yeah, actually.
Right, and to me, it feels like the cousin character specifically is like a civilian get. Like he's not actually an actor, you know. It's like he's just like somebody they knew and they threw him in or something.
Yeah, like he feels like that's the way to explain it.
Yeah,
right.
So it's like that level of authenticity, like, is on purpose. And like I like the control that Yorgos brings to like anything that he's doing. So it's like certain choices he makes are like fascinating to me. One is that the cousin character, I remember the actor's name, but synopsis briefly is pretty much corporate executive of like a healthcare company is kidnapped at her home by Jesse Plemons and his cousin. They think she's an alien and they kidnap her, and it's this thing. Now you're in the house with them. It's actually a small movie as far as actors go. It's not too many actors in this one, right? You have,
I want to say there's probably 4. Yeah. So Emma Stone plays the kidnapped girl,
the kidnapped woman,
and then Stavros, what's his name?
Oh, Stavros Hack.
From Tires.
Okay, yeah,
Tires.
Yeah. I know him from his podcast days of Cumtown.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, but it was exciting to see him in it too.
And he plays a cop who shows up.
What's he doing? Yeah, but even like okay, yeah. So it's small crew, but everybody there has a purpose. Yeah. And as we're getting closer to this countdown that's in the movie, you're wondering who's telling the truth, who's real. Yeah. This guy thinks she's an alien, but she says she's not an alien, and this whole time it's like, well, who's crazy here? It's clearly this guy, right? Like but like other things happen that make you think that he's just not well, even though he comes. So it's this game of who's right. And it's, I don't know.
And they go to some extremes, like,
because
like they're like, oh, she communicates with her hair, and like they chemically castrate themselves because apparently the aliens give off endorphins and stuff. And it's like these guys are going to these insane extremes, and like they fucking spiral because of it. Like, and it's just like it becomes this like.
Yeah. Well, clearly they're crazy. Right?
Oh my God. And it's just like, no, it becomes this like, you are right though. It becomes this like, who's telling the truth? What is going on here?
And there are other things too. Cause like you think, well, at some point you think, oh, well, like he's just a crazy guy. But then there are other things that happen throughout it. And you're like, I don't even know what's going on now. Right.
Yeah. So it's like possibly, it's like, there's sometimes you're like, maybe he's fucking right. Like there's sometimes, right. Where it's like, so, no, it goes to some places. The director, Yorgos Lanthimos, I believe his name is. I don't know if I fucking pronounced that correctly. Okay. He's done some of my favorite movies. I love The Favorite.
Your favorite?
Yeah. That was no pun intended, but I really like that movie. He did like Killing of a Sacred Deer. He recently did Poor Things, which got a lot of love.
That did. Yeah, I feel like that was his like mainstream. Like if you hadn't heard of anything he'd done before, Naked Emma Stone probably got your attention. Yeah. I think, right? Or sorry, the movie. The movie got your attention. It was good though too. I don't want to talk ill of it or whatever. I think that was also a crazy.
Poor Things?
Yeah, right.
That's a hard one to watch. I don't know. That's a movie where I think it was on our list last year, but I'm like, it's a hard one for me. I don't know. So the best way to explain Begonia actually is so I watched the movie, and then me and my wife were like in the hot tub a couple nights later, and we usually do this thing. We go in the hot tub every Friday, and she talks about all the books she's read over the week, and I talk about all the movies I've watched. It's kind of this thing we do. And so I was like, I watched a movie called Begonia, and like explaining this movie to her, and like about like maybe 15 minutes into this conversation, she stops me. She's like, Emma Stone's in this movie? I thought that's the best way to explain. Like her reaction is like, wait, did I miss something? Like, wait, are we still talking about the same Emma Stone movie? Like, because it's fucking crazy. The movie's just like, so. Anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's cool too, because I can sense that Emma Stone wants to do different things. She wants to try things. Like, I'm gonna shave my hair in this movie. It's like, let's go for it, right?
That's it.
And that's like what actors should be hungry for. So yeah, Emma Stone's in this movie. I feel like some actors would pass over that chance, but like they shouldn't. I think more movies could be made like the way this one was made, specifically Begonia. I just liked it, and also like that whole who's telling the truth is actually like kind of something I'm always thinking about. So that's like, what is the truth? Like that whole like theme is like prevalent in, I think, my life and a lot of other people's lives, whether or not it's just about like, do aliens exist or like all that stuff. There's a lot of like searching for the truth in this movie, and like doing it in the worst way possible. And it's kind of like a train wreck. It's like fun to watch, you know? So.
Agreed. All right, moving on. We're going to talk about another auteur director who made a movie this year. I'm going to be honest. It's one of my movies. It's actually very low on my list. It's so low on my list. I'm actually surprised it ended up in the top 25. But I'm like, we had a couple of overlaps, and it just like kind of worked out.
I will say we're missing Ashley, so maybe it would have gotten bumped.
It definitely would have gotten bumped if Ashley was here. We're going to talk about the Phoenician Scheme.
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I think, okay, you're talking about auteur directors, and I think there's a point in even his last movie. What was that one called? I even forget the name of that one.
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City felt like Wes Anderson doing a Wes Anderson movie. Yeah. It's like there's a point where it's like, okay, it would shock me more now to see a romantic comedy that was typical from Wes Anderson.
It's almost like, remember when David Lynch did The Straight Story? You ever see that movie?
You know what? I know about that movie. Yeah. I want to watch it, and it sounds actually really impressive to me.
It's just a very straightforward, like, not even drama, just like almost like comedy. And it's just like, it's like, David Lynch made this movie?
It's so cool to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It shows that he's got range, that he was just choosing to make weird stuff his whole career or whatever, right? It's like he had it in him. He also did Dune, which is like a corporate, like, big ticket, like, blockbuster movie, or was supposed to be anyway. So it's like he had it in him.
Yeah.
But
so
I get it.
I agree with you. I would love to see Wes Anderson just do something normal. He is getting crazy. Like, I keep using the word crazy. I'm trying not to. He's getting, I don't want to say too comfortable in his own, like.
He's certainly comfortable in his style.
Do you think it's almost like a weird, like, self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like, he makes a movie that's like a particular style, and then the audience like picks up on this style, and they like make fun of it. So it's him like, well, now I have to make movies like this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, he's like, you think he's like, he feels obligated to make them that way?
Maybe
if everyone likes them.
I don't know. It's like I said make fun of, but you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people imitate Wes Anderson movies. It's really easy to imitate a Wes Anderson movie. He does particular things with the camera, with the characters, everything, right? So it's like, it's almost like it's like this. This has nothing to do with anything, but like, actually it does. Oh fuck. It's what we haven't talked about yet. Okay, we're going to talk about 28 Years Later. Later. We'll come back to it.
Maybe we'll do that one next.
Yeah, we'll do it next. But Alex Garland who wrote 28 Years Later, did an interview where he talked to Neil Druckmann, who created The Last of Us, the video game, and he also directed a couple of the episodes of the television series. And
Alex Garland did?
No. Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann.
Okay.
And they had this conversation about how Alex Garland made 28 Days Later. And that inspired Neil Druckmann to make The Last of Us.
Okay.
And that inspired Alex Garland to write 28 Years Later.
Cool.
And it's almost like, do you think something's going on with like Wes Anderson where it's like he makes a movie and then people imitate his movies and now he has to?
I don't know.
And like he has to like it almost like inspires him to do like, well, I could out Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson. Does that sound weird? Am I like getting crazy?
Oh, well, like okay, so it's like maybe if like all of if his style is the same in each movie, he feels like he needs to like improve upon his style, or like
I don't know.
Even his earlier work, I feel like was less stylized. And let's say like okay, you go like Life Aquatic, and then you like since Life the
Royal Tenenbaums,
yeah, Tenenbaums, yeah. He found it with Tenenbaums for sure,
yeah.
And then like there was like this repeated like, but like you say. But he's like repeatable. I feel like people may maybe take a couple of things from him, but like his overall package, I feel like is more absurd than people are willing to try. Even sometimes, like I don't like Asteroid City. Like I don't see anybody trying to make a movie like that.
No,
like that movie felt aimless almost.
Even this movie, I'm like, I think I said we talked about it when it came out, and I think the only way to explain it is like. You're like, what'd you think? And I'm like, I don't know why anybody would write a movie about this.
Yeah. To me, personally, Benicio del Toro is like Trump. I think it's an allegory for Trump.
Okay.
He's like, there's a really bad man. And like at the end of the movie, I think Wes Anderson gives Benicio's character what he thinks Trump should get. Because I'm not happy with the ending of the movie either. Okay. Like I don't like how it ends. And I'm like, yeah, right, he'd settle. Or whatever. Like however that like solution came to be. I'm like, this is like it's like fantasy for like I think political figures. This doesn't feel like a good
so it's strange. Like, so even let's just explain the movie. Do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
You can. It's your pick.
I'm gonna try. Dude, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to explain. It's literally about this like guy who he's like I don't even think he's a billionaire, but he's like a really wealthy guy who so like the government raises the cost on like something like rivets or something like whatever he sells.
Okay.
His like prime export like
Shoot, so I don't even remember what it was.
I think it's rivets. I think it's something silly. It's something like screws or something. But anyway, they raise the price on it purposely to fuck him over to like inflate his stock and like make it so he will go bankrupt.
I see. So
what it's about is him having to go to a bunch of friends to like get them to cover the losses.
Yeah. Which I liked. There was that specific, and it's a graphic. It made me laugh. Where it's like he's going to one friend looking for a percentage, and like whatever they agree on, it's not accurate. So then like the plan changes.
Yeah. So
like,
the first one's like 20%, 20%, 20%. Down the board. Yeah. And then like the next one, it's like the one guy only agreed to like 10%. Yeah. So his is now 10. But now the next guy is 30, like 30 or 35.
Yeah. You're like,
just but it never works out.
No.
So that's kind of fun. That's kind of a fun idea.
It was okay. Like it wasn't a completely terrible movie. It was still fun. I had a good time with it. But like, he's made better. Yeah. I think it's just like. Does he feel like maybe he doesn't need to try as hard, maybe, and just whatever he wants to say, he can just do it, and maybe I don't know. It's a hard recommend. There's better Wes Anderson.
I'm
movies.
Definitely not. I don't think I would recommend it, but if you like Wes Anderson movies, I would watch it.
You're a completionist. You have to.
All right, moving on. We promised 28 years later.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So here's the thing. We also did a podcast on this.
Yeah, you guys should check that one out.
I did.
I'm like, did we?
We did.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I will say about that podcast, and that's kind of cool, is it was right after you guys saw it in the car. So has your opinion changed since that podcast? How do you feel now about the movie, and is it different from how you felt like fresh when you just got out of the theater to see it?
I'm going to be 1,000% honest. I'm trying to remember exactly how I felt when I walked out of the theater. So since walking out of the theater, I've watched it probably 2 more times.
Oh, that's a good sign.
And I've seen the sequel.
Oh, which came out
this year, so it's not going to be a part of this list because it came out in January of 2026.
So tune in later.
So maybe it'll be 26. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But so a big problem that I had with this movie was rectified in the sequel. So I won't get into it because it's, you know what I mean. I don't want to spoil too much, but watching the movie, I think I still had a lot of the problems that I had with it when I walked out initially, but I do like the movie more.
Yeah,
I will say that. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll give the synopsis just real quick. Yeah. So we all know about 28 Days Later, which is like 28 days later after a zombie outbreak in London.
Yep.
28 weeks later, the sequel to that is like the the same virus outbreak, but just like contained by the Americans, and then
Yeah.
obviously the outbreak happens again. So now third movie, 28 years later, not actually 28 years later from when it's like 20, it's like, or 28. It's like I forget it's like 23 years or something like that.
It
whatever,
is, but in the universe, it's
in the
28
universe, it's 20 years later. Yeah. So this movie, the virus was contained to just the United Kingdom, like it's just the island is pretty much it, and it's now a no-go zone, and any humans still surviving are like they're on their own, like nobody's coming for them now. So this island now of zombies is left for people to inhabit, and we're with new characters. Spike and his father kind of give you an idea of what the world's like now, and they go out on like a zombie hunt, and this is Spike's like first adventure outside of like the compound or whatever. So you have like kind of like a society that's working like not on electricity, like you have like horse and buggy, you have like people are washing their clothes, so it's like it's modern, but because of zombie outbreaks everything's like older, and there's like this old feel. But
I will say real quick before you continue, I apologize. I hope you don't forget where you were.
No.
Really, really cool. They like live on this island. It's called Holy Island, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's only one road to get to this island, but like I want to say most of the day, the water
level is high.
It all relies on like rising tides, right?
Yeah.
So most of the time the tides are above the road.
Yeah.
So you can't get to the island. So, and then it's like, we'll say from like 7 a.m, like sunrise to like, I want to say noon or something. It's low enough that you can go across. And like, I think it's genius in a zombie apocalypse kind of situation.
Absolutely.
Like, cause the tides are so, apparently, like this is a real place, right? And apparently the tides are so strong that if you are actually on the causeway when the tides go up, you will be
swept away.
That's
really cool.
And it's like, that's insane.
But, well, it's like, I don't know. It's like, clearly you can tell too the filmmakers are from the area.
Yeah.
They wanted to do right by the area. They want to actually show the culture too, right? And like part of it is like geography. I think there's a lot of beautiful shots in this movie that showcase. You were telling me too about how they like reconstructed like a really old tree that like was like destroyed or damaged or something that, and they built the tree for the movie, but it's like it's just part of like the people's heritage, like, or like part of the people's like so it's like
there's actually two things in this movie that they kind of do, which I find super interesting. So there's one particular shot where it's like a hill. It's like two hills, and there's this big dip, and in the middle of the dip is a tree. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Well, it's apparently is a real thing until about, I want to say 10 years ago, or it was recent enough that a couple of YouTubers cut the tree down.
Oh, wow.
And like, I want to say they got arrested for it as a big thing.
They should have. Like, that's
right?
Like, what are you talking about? What are you doing that? Yeah. For the views, I bet.
I don't, yeah. But in this world, that never happened.
Yeah.
Because there were, you know what I mean? Like the island wouldn't have YouTubers. The island wouldn't have,
nobody's allowed there.
Yeah.
Right?
So like that never happened. Therefore the tree still stands. They do that twice actually. I mean, I don't think this is much of a spoiler only because, there are characters that appear in the next movie. There are characters that are introduced in this movie called the Jimmies.
Yeah.
They're introduced at the end of the movie and then they carry on to the next one, and they're kind of big. They're really big characters later. But they're all dressed like a television personality named Jimmy Savile, who was like, I'm trying to think his name. He was almost like he's just like a kid's show.
Or like Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. I was trying to think of his name.
Mr. Dress Up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Almost like a Mr. Rogers. Like he was like a children's personality. But I want to say it was after he died, but it was recent enough. It turned out he was like a huge pedophile.
Oh, shit.
Right. And it became this huge, like, for like decades, he was like taking advantage of these kids. Right. But here's the thing. In this world, they would have never figured that out.
Yeah.
So this group of people are running around. They all look like Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's weird because they're like strangely antagonistic, even though they don't even know that he is. It's like an interesting thing, right?
I thought that was an odd choice. Like, I'm like, I don't get this part or whatever. And it's you're introduced to them kind of like it's like a Power Rangers episode.
It's
like
the weirdest tone shift ever.
Yeah,
actually,
and it is. I don't know what counts as a spoiler. I honestly don't know. It's like
it's
I
want to
talk about the whole. The movie ends on a cliffhanger. Is what I want to say. It's like it is a part one, and I think that's a bold choice.
Yeah.
like for like a legacy sequel, if you will, to be like, hey, we've kind of got like a bigger thing planned that isn't just like a standalone movie. We're kind of trying to tell a bigger story here. You're like, oh, okay, like
Yeah,
I'm into this.
That's
like,
it. I agree. You didn't have to do that, for the record. Like,
Absolutely.
I was on board with 28 Days Later, 20. I don't even really like 28 Weeks Later that much. So it's like,
yeah.
I love 28 Days Later. It's one of the best zombie movies ever. If you count it as a zombie movie, it's one of the best horror movies ever created, if you ask me.
It changed the landscape for zombie movies that came after.
Definitely.
Right? So,
And then 28 Weeks Later comes out and it's whatever. It's whatever it is.
it doesn't move the needle that much,
No.
but I don't know, there's still things that are in it, and I like the Americanization of everything. The fact that you had American actor like what's his face there, Hawkeye, like he's in it.
Jeremy
or
Renner. First time I ever saw Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. It's like there was this cool progression that I think made a lot of sense, and also where what's his face there too, the
Idris Elba, but he's not American. But
no, yeah, I guess maybe there's like less American infusion than I anticipating here, but you still have good actors.
Oh
it's
my
still,
God,
it's still quality,
Yeah.
and like that also carries over. I want to just mention Ralph Fiennes' character in
so good
Yeah.
in 28 Years Later. Yeah, he's the best part of it, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he plays. Okay, yeah, so. We gave a synopsis, right? But yeah, we did a little bit.
We were kind of halfway through. Pretty much, young boy like who's like lived his whole life like in isolation from the whole world, goes out with his dad now and is learning the ways of like foraging in the zombie like apocalypse area.
Yeah,
and
but the thing, so we were talking about it the other day, and I don't think this is much of a spoiler because it is the plot of the movie, even though it's introduced halfway through the movie, which is kind of my biggest problem with it.
what?
The plot of the movie is, his mom is really sick, and he knows she's sick, but everybody's ignoring it.
Yeah.
So he finds out about this doctor played by Ralph Fiennes, who's fucking amazing in this movie. And he decides, I'm going to get my mom to this doctor so he can heal her. And that's what the movie's about.
Yeah.
But it's not introduced until halfway through the movie. But it does this interesting thing. And I think we were talking about this movie the other day.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the sequel. So this obviously came out, the first one. And you pointed out that it's an interesting idea because like the first half of the movie is about him and his dad.
Yeah.
And his dad's very hard and very like, this is how you survive.
Rightly so.
Right.
Like, the world around you is hard. Yeah.
And then the second half is him with his mom.
Yeah.
And she's very like not soft, but she's very
tender
and
is
loving. The perfect word.
Yeah.
Yes. She's very nurturing. She's very like playful and like, even though she's equally as tough, she's equally as hard as the dad, but she's like, it's almost like she knows how to talk to the kid.
Yeah.
And the dad doesn't. Maybe that's what it is. And like, so it becomes this interesting movie. And like, I think at the time when I saw the movie, I hated the idea that like, I'm like, why would you introduce the plot so late? And like, but now I've watched it a couple of times. I think I like it more because I'm like, I like what it is. I like what it is.
That's kind of exciting because I did think no, there's no way if little boy is taking his mom out into the zombie forest or whatever,
oh,
they're
fucked.
gonna die. They're gonna die. Like and like in reality, like they wouldn't have made it, I think. But like I'm willing to suspend enough disbelief, I think, for that.
For sure.
And I don't know. I also have like a sweet spot for Danny Boyle. I think like spiritually, I think he's bringing something to every one of his movies.
Oh, definitely.
And it's like he brought this whole like I don't know what his relationship's like with his mom and his dad, but like I had a similar relationship where my dad was this is how you survive, and my mom was loving and tender.
Yeah.
So I felt like he was talking to me through these characters. I'm like, shoot, this is like kind of like my family dynamic a little bit. So it felt a little personal to me, but that's amazing because it's like some movies sometimes they don't capture that, like they don't hit you. So
yeah, I felt he was doing something similar with Train Spotting 2. It came out a couple years ago,
which I haven't seen.
He was doing. Yeah. Oh, you haven't? Oh, I love Train Spotting. It's one of my favorite movies ever created. Train Spotting 2 is okay. It's fine, but he does a lot with like it's like they go back to like they talk a lot about when they were kids and like how like they were like and why they are the way they are and a big plot of that movie is how like the main character can't have kids and how it weighs on him and like how another character does have kids but he doesn't give a shit about them and it's just like and it's like but it's like but like it also has to do with the fact that all of these people, all these characters have been friends since they were in elementary school.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. It's just like
actually, I feel like okay. So if based on what you're telling me and this movie, I feel like
Something must have happened in his life.
No, Danny, I think is wrestling with the fact that he's getting older.
I think
Absolutely.
so. It's possible.
And, like, we all are getting older.
Oh, definitely.
And I think the fact that that's also kind of referenced in the title. It's 28 years later now. It's not 28 days later anymore.
Yeah.
It's time goes on.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, I don't know. It's like, it's a cool theme. Like, not just, and again, too, like, there's a sophistication, I would say maybe a style, maybe more, like, and a monster. Like, too, like, there's like this monster movies this year are actually kind of like, we got a zombie, a Dracula, and like Frankenstein.
There's a couple of them. Yeah,
right?
I'm
So
looking
like,
at the list. I'm like, we got a fucking couple of movies. Yeah.
And I don't know, like, are monster movies just like that? Like, we're making them because like maybe there is stuff to be afraid of, right? Like, there's stuff out there that so it's like we look for monsters to kind of help control that, I guess, or whatever, right? But
it's easy. It's something to explain the unexplainable, like
Definitely.
why you're feeling about. You know what I mean? It's easy to attach something that's unexplainable to, like, well, it's a zombie. You know, we'll just add a zombie or a vampire. Or
personify it,
exactly.
Make it a target
exactly.
you can see, right? Or whatever.
It is important to bring up only because we kind of didn't talk about it before we talked about it. Danny Boyle did direct the movie.
Yes,
he directed.
I'm talking about Danny.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But he's director, and
he directed the first movie. Didn't direct the second one. They decided to do Sunshine instead. But
way better.
I love
way
Sunshine.
better,
Yeah,
you should also check that out on the podcast too.
We also did that. We did that podcast
Yeah.
as well. So Danny Boyle directed it, and Alex Garland wrote it. Who they both worked on the first movie.
That's
and
a dream team. To have them come back, it's like that alone was enough for me to be like, I'm going.
Me too. Dude. Me too. I was there. Come on now. And so Alex Garland, in his own right, went on to be a big director. He directed Civil War last year, which was my favorite movie last year.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's a good movie. So so anyway, check it out. Check out 28 Years Later. Moving on. Going on to another franchise. I'm surprised it's on my list. I'm surprised it's so high on my list, actually. It's like in the top 5. I really enjoyed the new Mission Impossible movie.
Oh, okay, good. And what's this one now? Is this 8?
Ooh, that's a good
this
question.
8 part
I
1?
feel like
I don't know, where are we
feel
at?
like it's 7.
Okay.
I feel like it's 7, but I could be very wrong.
Is it 7 part 2?
Yeah. Okay, hold up. Okay, so
Are you going through all the Mission Impossible movies
yeah,
now?
in my brain. So
Okay.
okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then Ghost Protocol,
This
and
4?
then Rogue Nation is 5, and then Fallout is 6, and then Dead Reckoning is 7, and then this is Final Reckoning. So it's 8.
Final Reckoning.
Good
Okay,
call.
it's 8.
Good
Yeah,
call.
yeah.
It was Dead Reckoning Part 2,
So
but then
it's
they
7
decided
part 2.
to.
Yeah. Actually, I really like Dead Reckoning. I was actually really impressed with that.
Cool
I was
movie.
Like, wow.
Cool movie.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the whole like AI villain. It's just one of those things where it's like I personally like I like a bad guy. You know what I mean? I
Like a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like fear something you can't see. Does that sound weird?
No, I get it. I
Like,
get it.
I
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay, good example. I'm gonna just hyperlink to another movie.
What's that?
But the original ending for Blade in 1998, Stephen Dorff's character turns into La Magra, which is just pretty much like a blood cloud, and test audiences hated the fact that it was just some CGI slop thing that wasn't like a personified thing.
Yeah.
So they went back and they shot him. Like, obviously he becomes this monster thing, but he's still human. Like, he's still in his human body form.
Yeah.
And like, you kind of need a person again, right? You need like some things. So I know I've seen part 1, so I know there's like an AI hiding in a submarine, like, and they got to get to that AI, but the AI is like moving people from Ethan's past and present to like work against him, and like clearly like Hollywood is afraid of AI, so to make him a bad guy kind of makes sense to me. Like, I get it, I get it, but like, yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'm kind of hot and cold on it at the same time. It's like, take it or leave it. I'm expecting a good action movie, and that's what I got out of the first one. I'm sure there's like crazy stunts
It's
in this
crazy.
one.
Yeah.
Can you say what was like one of your most like memorable stunts? Is that like a spoiler? Like, I saw crazy stuff in the trailer. I'm like, he's on a plane. Like, he's holding
That's
on a
kind of
plane
the coolest
wing.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like the big finale. He's like on a plane. Yeah. So like the villain takes off on a plane, and then like his right hand man is like following in a separate plane. And of course Ethan gets on the right hand man's.
Okay.
And then like is on this plane, and he has to take out the dude, and then
take the plane,
and then it becomes like a plane battle. It's
cool.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So like
I will see it. I do plan on watching it. Just for stuff like that. That's so sick.
So that's pretty cool.
Wait, was the bad guy AI though? Like, or is it
the bad guy's AI? But there's also another bad guy. Okay, so there's a bad guy that's AI who, but then there's a guy that's like working with the AI.
Yeah, so you have a personified
kind of.
Or he's like the human version of the AI. It's like an antichrist, you know? It's like there's the god being and then his like personified human whatever.
Kind of. But then this one they take it a step further because what it's about is the AI, so that villain that was in the last one, he carries over, but now he wants to destroy the AI because he doesn't want to be a tool anymore. So the whole thing is like the AI trying to get Ethan Hunt to like stop him.
Oh,
it's weird. It's fucking.
So wait, does the AI like
kind of, but not
everyone?
really? But it's like, but then there's a whole thing where they're pretending to play along, and that's not even a spoiler. You know that. And the whole idea is they're trying to figure out a way to kill the villain while also trapping the AI so it can't get into the network. Because like it can't get into a particular network until this guy's dead. Because it's a weird, the plot's weird, but at the same time, it's like it was just enough. I don't want to say campiness because that's not the right word, but it kind of is. It's the right amount of like stupid Mission Impossible action, and I'm into it.
There's a standard if it's a Mission Impossible movie that I'm expecting just for action or like explosions or just all that fancy stuff. The plot is kind of like maybe it was a good plot. Who cares? That's right. Do you actually think though it's his final reckoning? Like it's just
like, no.
Dude, you put final in the title. That's a promise to me that you're gonna quit now.
Dude, I remember like fucking Mission Impossible 4. They introduced Jeremy Renner because Tom Cruise is gonna take off and Jeremy Renner's gonna take over. I think Jeremy Renner was in the last two.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. No, he just got phased out. You know, it's kind of funny. It's like Jeremy Renner. I feel like was like in position to be part of different franchise, like he was, and he like the legacy, like the legacy movie. He was there to like take the franchise, but everyone's like, no.
It's like, and he's successful. Like I don't know, it's interesting.
I get it. So
the movie was good. I would rank it as like up there in Mission Impossible movies. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. So I do watch these movies quite a bit. So.
Okay. Side note: your favorite Mission Impossible movie?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Say it at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 2.
2.
Oh, 2's the best.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I got really excited about that. 2 is the best. John Woo, what's up? But 3. I kind of have a soft
really
spot
good.
For it. Yeah,
I was on the fence. I was going to say 3.
3 is really good too. I would say if you could, and 4. Actually, Brad Bird directing live action. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I say 1 is really good too?
You know what? I actually don't know 1 enough. I need to go back, and I know I like Brian De Palma.
Really good.
I'm gonna give 1 another chance.
The first 4 are all directed by different guys.
Yeah.
The fifth on is directed by Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Who does a great job, but he's making the same movie over and over and over again. Does that sound weird?
It feels like that. Yeah.
Whereas the first 4 are not just directed by 4 different people, but obviously.
Yeah.
Like the first one's a De Palma movie.
Yeah.
And then the second one's a John Woo movie.
Yeah.
And the third one is like a cool J.J. Abrams like spy flick.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is a Brad Bird flick.
Yeah.
So third is really good, and I think third's really good because of I kind of liked the plot of like you don't know what it is that they're stealing. They just have to steal this thing. I kind of like it, and I like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is a bagger. You have a girlfriend or what?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna hurt her in front of you. Yeah. Great villain. I like a good villain in like a James Bond movie or like in a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
Villain's really important to me.
Absolutely.
I think really cool villain. Yeah. Mission Impossible 2 though is it's like a 2-hour Limp Bizkit music video. It's like the most 90s thing I've ever seen. It doesn't help either that like I remember when DVDs came out in like the year 2000, whatever year that was. Really, it dates us a little bit.
It dates you maybe. I'm old too. Okay.
But I remember my dad it was like one of the first DVDs he bought. Wow. So I watched this movie fucking 15 times before I was the age of like 12. You know what I mean? So like, I like it a lot. I think they're doing a lot of fun shit. There's a particular scene. It's kind of a spoiler, but it's also a movie from the year 2000s, I think. So it's like, can I spoil it?
We're on a tangent. It's fine. It's not part of we're just for people listening. This isn't part of.
No, the next 3 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to spoil one scene of Mission Impossible 2. That's not even the ending.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite Mission Impossible scenes is Tom Cruise is fighting the villain's right-hand man. And then, but like they're fighting, but then like a grenade goes off, right? So then it cuts to the villain after the grenade goes off. And then all of a sudden the right-hand man brings Tom Cruise in.
Yeah.
And he's like, And he's like, I got him for you, sir. And then the villain's like, why can't he speak? He's like, I broke his jaw.
Yeah.
And then he like the villain pulls out a gun and shoots Tom Cruise in the head. And the audience is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then earlier in the movie, the villain chopped off like a piece of the right-hand man's finger
with the cigar cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks
Tom
down,
Cruise has got the
and
cut.
Tom Cruise has the missing finger, and that's when he pulls off the mask, and it's the right-hand man.
Yeah.
And then he looks, and then the right-hand man's gone, and so is the thing that they're stealing.
Yeah.
And the Tom Cruise, it's the coolest fucking, like, like...
It's a good use, too, because, like, you see their mask, like, the mask thing is kind of a theme throughout their movies. It's a good subversion of, like, what the mask is normally used for.
Yeah.
It's like you even, as an audience member, got tricked a little bit by, you're like,
it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
But it's like halfway through the movie, too. It's not even, like, the ending, but it's such a cool scene to me that I'm like, oh, this is cool.
It's true.
Were you talking about Mission Impossible 2 recently? You
You
were watching with your kid?
I watched it with at the time. My second born was I can tell he's more stimulated as a baby than the first one was. And there's a scene in it where is his name
Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah. He's in a limo and like smoke enters the limo or whatever, and the smoke comes at the camera. And I remember holding my kid watching that scene and him reacting to the smoke coming at him. He's like, "Whoa, what the?" And you're like, "Oh my goodness!" He's watching this movie. So it's like it was Mission Impossible, good for all ages. No, I'm just kidding. That's good.
All right, we're gonna move on.
But, But I will watch this new one.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm not quite in a hurry because I think I kind of want it to be Tom Cruise. I kind of want, not that the Mission Impossible franchise should end. I don't want it to end.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like it can be. I'm fine if they don't make any more after this one too. I don't know. But.
For sure. They also do a really cool job. Before I move on, they do a really cool job of like. They kind of bring like one aspect from each of the movies into this one.
Is the rabbit foot back?
The rabbit foot comes back.
Yeah, the rabbit foot comes back. Was that in part one? I feel like I remember the rabbit.
The rabbit foot's the third one. That's the thing that they don't know what it is.
Yeah,
you kind of find out what it is in this one.
Ooh, so now I have to see it. Right? Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
They bring in a character from the first movie, which is like, because you always think in the first movie like it's the guy who they steal the codes from. He's like the only guy that has the codes.
Okay.
So they like make the famous Mission Impossible scene where he's like,
he drops down, he's catching his sweat and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's like they have to like make the guy sick and stuff. Well, afterwards you're like, that guy must have gotten fired. Like, what happened to him? You find out what happened to him. So he becomes a pretty integral character in the movie.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool. So they do that. There's like a lot that they bring in from the other movies, which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to one of your movies. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what movie this even is.
Oh,
it's on your list. No clue.
What is it?
King of Kings.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is
is this fucking King Kong or
no. It's actually an Angel Studios movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's oh my goodness, is it Dickens? Who wrote Great Expectations?
Charles Dickens.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Dickens also does to his kids. He writes a story of Jesus. So it's the story of Jesus, but framed around Charles Dickens's like telling it to his son.
Oh, cool.
Which is actually it's a good framing thing. I'll say if you're unfamiliar with the story of Jesus and like what he went through or whatever, it's a really good telling through like Charles Dickens is talking to his kid, but it's like you as the audience are getting like the visuals from that or whatever. It's animated. It's made. It's made for kids. And like for me, what stuck out is just obviously okay. So it's like this whole like whether or not you believe in Jesus or not. There's a lot of his teachings that are like still kind of what like society is built around now. So like whether or not you believe, like we all know murder's bad, okay, right? Or we all know like certain things, and to see that story getting told, I think is kind of fitting right now. Especially you get like a lot of like uncertainty or whatever. I really liked it, especially for they cover Jesus doing like a lot of his crazy stuff where he would like take demons out of people and put them into like the pigs and stuff. So it's like if you're maybe, let's say if you're like, I can't really get into the Jesus thing, or like the Bible's like hard for you to read, really cool visuals and a really good retelling of just like the classic Jesus story. Okay. Like we're talking like from like his life into like death and then like the resurrection, like that whole thing or whatever. I feel like it came out like earlier in the year, and Angel Studios, take it or leave it. Like I think they're growing as a company, and they're not just making stories about God or like Jesus. Let's say they are pushing themselves a little bit to do other things. Not just the Jesus story. So here's my thing. Like, if you're not into Jesus, I get why maybe it was missed or whatever. Like for the audience, even when I'm talking to, but like, it's actually a really good showing of just like what was going on at the time. I think a lot of religion is hard to get into because you don't have context. This is just providing a little bit more, but also aiming to kids, and it's family friendly. So it's like, cool. I would recommend it. And like, you see some pretty crazy like miracle like action happening in it or whatever. I will say I want to segue into the next one.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, just because like
it's funny because I had a perfect segue, but if you got one, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just another Angel Studios movie that was on my list is Sketch, which I don't know if And this is what I mean, where it's like you have like your Jesus tale, and like also with Charles Dickens like attached to it, but then now also Angel Studios, they did this movie called Sketch, which there's no Jesus, no God mention or whatever, but it's just a movie about a father who has recently lost his wife but has 2 kids and is like dealing with the fact that like his wife isn't there and their mom isn't there, and they're having to move on from that. And the father's played by Tony Hale. Yeah, from the Arrested Development.
Oh, yeah. I know what movie you're talking about. And it's like
the girl is like expressing herself in her notebook or whatever. And she's morbid. She's drawing pictures of people like are monsters eating people, or like this one spits blood on you, or like anything she's doing, she's like expressing herself in this book, and it's really freaking her dad out. But he's also not necessarily like sure how to take what this book is about. Anyways, the movie's not clear, and I kind of like these movies for when they do that. It's like there's this weird pool that's like in the hometown, and they put things in the brother. There's the brother and sister, and the brother discovers that if you put things in the pool, like it'll fix them or like it'll repair them, right? And this like nebulous like pool of water, he's put like old like family heirlooms in that were broken. They come out like fixed, but like it's unclear what this pool is doing. But her notebook full of like monsters that she's drawn like ends up in the pool, and like creatures start coming out of it, and like there's things like any of her creatures she's designed, they just start appearing. So she's got like these little tiny like again too, like the way that she does the art translates to how these monsters appear in like real life. So it's like she did one with like glitter, like this monster spits out glitter and there's glitter on the page. This monster is like a pastel type like monster that comes alive and like spits glitter out. Okay. Or like there's like these like she wrote with chalk these like little spider monsters. These spider monsters, you can smack them literally and they poof and like smoke or whatever. So it's like it becomes this thing where as they try to like undo all these monsters breaking out of her book, it's also the father realizing that he's not dealing with the death of his wife, and he's not showing his kids how to properly deal with it or whatever. So I don't know. I recommend it. Here's the thing. I would probably recommend this movie more than King of Kings, only because it's maybe more entry level to just like what you put out there, like has like could have a weird way of coming like back to like haunt you. Okay. Like if you're putting it out in, or if you're not handling it well, it could come back to bite you. I don't know. I recommend this one. It's fun because it's like it becomes this thing where it's like all the monsters of her book get out, and they have to like pretty much the end is them fighting all these like giant like animated monsters. I don't know, but like I don't know. That was a twofer. I feel like I got 2 in.
I'm going to be honest. When you explained the plot with the pool that fixes things, I thought for sure you're going to say they put the dead mom in there.
Yeah, well,
I thought it was going to turn into a Pet Cemetery situation.
Dude, there's a point where they were gonna. They literally they have her urn. They have her urn and they're walking up to the pool. But like by that point, so get this. I would just say like there's a lot of different cool like looking monsters. One monster this girl makes is actually like a pseudo version of her, and it's the scariest monster in the whole thing because it's like it dons like her sweater and her clothes, but it acts so unnatural and it's so freaky. There's a point where it's by the pool. It's the cause. It's the one that takes her. It's just a little bit of it takes her book and throws it in or whatever and makes it. But this monster's freaky and like. It could have went 100 different ways, and like the way it goes is like Still interesting, but yeah,
Okay,
no
okay,
Dead
okay.
Mom, no Pet Cemetery,
I
nothing.
definitely
whatever.
thought where I was
Yeah,
going.
no,
Because that's just like when you introduce Dead Mom and then a pool that fixes shit. That's where it has to go.
Yeah.
Like it's like the whole like idea of like Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
You introduce a gun and like you gotta fucking fire it at some point.
And maybe that's it too. It's like maybe they didn't fire Chekhov's gun in the movie, like kind of
maybe.
like,
I
but
don't know.
I don't know. So you'd have to see it for yourself. But
All right.
I highly recommend Sketch.
All right, and where do you see King of Kings? Is it on anything? Is it on like Disney Plus? Anything like that?
I see. I saw that one in theaters too. Actually,
okay, no shit.
Sketch. I forget where we watched that one. I think we bought that one through Amazon, and then Sketch was Amazon, and then King of Kings was in theaters. But I'm sure it's available like on streaming. I would recommend it.
All right. So my initial segue with King of Kings.
Oh yeah, go. Yeah.
While we're on the subject, you're good.
Yeah, I bumped the mic.
Nah, that's okay. Sorry, audience, for the mic. While we're on the subject of Jesus. One of my movies, I really liked Good Fortune.
Oh, is Jesus in that movie? Is Keanu Reeves Jesus?
I don't know if Jesus. Actually, now that I don't know if Jesus is in the movie technically, but it's about angels.
Okay.
It's about angels.
All right,
That's
good
why
segue.
I like. Okay.
Good segue.
Okay.
Good segue. It's probably better segue than Sketch.
Whatever. But, I mean, you're the same company. It kind of makes sense.
Okay.
So Good Fortune. What it's about is so Aziz Ansari wrote and directed it.
Okay.
Who was Tom in Parks and Rec. Stars Keke Palmer and Keanu Reeves. And what it's about is and Seth Rogen is big in it too. And what it's about is Aziz Ansari plays the main character who is really poor. He's like he lives in his car. He has like 3 jobs. Can't quite figure it out. He lives in LA. And Seth Rogen plays a like millionaire who's like had a silver spoon his whole life.
Oh my goodness! Is this Trading Places but with angels?
Yes, it's literally It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
So Keanu Reeves plays an angel who his job is protecting people from distracted driving with your cell phone. So like when you're right about to get in an accident, he like touches your shoulder and it like makes you look up and you're like, oh fuck. So like that's his job. But one day he meets Aziz Ansari and he saves his life. And then he is following him around because he kind of becomes enamored by him. And he's like, all he thinks about is money. All he wants is money. Like, I'm going to show him a world where he has all the money in the world. And I'm going to show him that it's not all it's cracked up to be. So he switches places with him and Seth Rogen. And it turns out Aziz Ansari, it fixes all of his problems. He loves it. He's like, oh, this is the best life I could ever have. So the whole movie, it's like Keanu Reeves, the only way they can switch back is if Aziz Ansari agrees to it.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm not fucking agreeing to this.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
So Seth Rogen is now poor, but not getting too much into it, but because of the incident, because of this situation, because Keanu Reeves is supposed to be protecting people from distracted driving, but then like a lot of people got in accidents because he's been following Aziz Ansari so much. Sandra Oh plays like his boss, and she takes his wings away, so he becomes like a human.
Oh.
So him and Seth Rogen, and then he makes it so Seth Rogen remembers his like past life.
Okay.
So Seth Rogen knows he was rich, and now he also needs to convince Aziz Ansari to do it.
I see.
But because he won't do it, it's like Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen living in like his car. It's such an amazing buddy movie.
Okay.
It's like these two while like buddy, like he's spending all of his money and like it's fantastic. I recommend it.
Yeah, I did see it and I kind of overlooked it. I was like, okay, I could pass on it or whatever, but that does sound funny.
It's
and
a fun one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Keke Palmer plays like a girl that worked with him at like Home Depot. And they dated before he became like rich, but then now she doesn't remember him, so like he has to like woo her again. But now that he's rich, she's not really into him anymore.
She's the way.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, she's the key. She has to be.
Right. So
true love wins in the end. No matter how much money you have, true love is more important.
Yeah. No, it's
cool. Actually, I'll check that one. I like that a lot. Okay.
Sorry. Moving on though. So that was that was a fun comedy.
What number are we at? Can I just ask quickly?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8, 9.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So we're almost.
Let's truck it.
Okay. Cool. Moving on. We're gonna go ahead and talk about. You know what? Let's stick with like the religious theme. I'm kind of feeling it.
Okay.
Let's talk about Wake Up Dead Man.
Ooh. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't like the Knives Out franchise.
Really?
1 and 2, I actually have a hard time with, and it's not. Look, Rian Johnson. I think he's a very competent filmmaker. But I felt there was something about the other Knives Out movies specifically where I couldn't get into them. Whether it was I think with the first one, you know what it was? It was the bottle switching, where it was actually she accidentally made it wrong.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm just not feeling the whole thing then. Like anything's possible then at this point, and whatever I'm following probably is just gonna not be what I like. Whatever guess I make, this movie's just ready to just pull it out from under me. And the second one, Glass Onion, I didn't feel quite the same way. Like I felt like each one maybe engaged me a little bit more. But Wake Up Dead Man was like, I don't want to call it a spiritual experience, but dude, this movie just felt right in so many different ways. Like, first of all, it was my kind of introduction to Josh O'Connor as an actor. Like,
okay.
He's like, this is my first movie with him like as a main character.
He's
like
amazing.
And I'm like,
he's fantastic.
I can't like he was really easy to get behind and like follow. You really root for him the whole movie. Daniel Craig again doing his Kentucky Fried Chicken Benoit thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's fine. The other movies it was even more of a distraction. In this one, I kind of already know what to expect. But it's just how the mystery went down, all the players, all of it. I was on the edge of my seat and like stayed awake for it. Like it wasn't anything like it just engaged me in a way that the other two just didn't. Like
okay,
and I'm struggling not to spoil this movie, but it's
a hard one not to spoil, so we'll just move on a little bit. I'll talk more. So sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it is like a murder mystery, like so I'm not going to obviously spoil that, like who done it or whatever. But like immediately after I watched it, I'm like I want to rewatch it, and it was like the next night, Liv and I sat down and we watched it again.
So
and
did I.
Oh yeah,
I watched it twice too.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like I know what's coming even, and I don't care because I just I don't know. Even okay, the fact I will say Josh O'Connor's character is a priest.
Yeah,
and like, he's brought to a congregation that's
the plot of the movie. I mean, I guess you want to get into.
What were you going to say? Dude, say what you were going to say.
Okay, so I was going to talk about the previous movies a little bit because I actually really like the previous movies.
Okay, what did you like about them?
Okay, so here's the thing. This was on my list, but it was a little lower, right? So this is pretty high on your list, actually. This is number 3.
I ranked it third, top 3, dude.
So I really like the first 2 movies. I think they're very good. I like the first one a lot more than I like the second one.
Okay.
But they're both really interesting. My problem with this movie, my big problem with this movie is I felt like a lot of the characters were inconsequential. I felt
Red herrings.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas I felt like there's a couple of characters where you could have just removed them and it wouldn't have really affected the story at all.
True.
Whereas I feel like the other 2 movies are a little more well written when it comes to characters. I felt like all the characters are doing things that if you removed them, they would lose plot wise something.
Fair.
You know what I mean? And that was literally my really only issue.
Yeah.
I will say though, you are right. Josh O'Connor is a fucking find. He's so good in this movie.
Yeah.
So the plot of the movie really is, he's a priest, but in his past life, before he was a priest, he was a boxer.
Love it.
And I believe, they say he went to jail? Something. Where he was violent or something.
He got a rough past. I don't remember if he was jail. I saw it twice. I should remember. But
me too, right?
Right,
I feel like I should know. But they said it really right off the bat to kind of explain it. And in the opening scene of the movie, he punches another priest in the face. Because the guy's a fucking asshole. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So they decide not to fight. I don't know if you could get fired as a priest. I'm not really sure if that's how it works, but
no, I'm pretty sure you can do pretty much anything as a priest.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. But
like, just move you around. I think
that's what happens. He gets moved around. He gets shipped off somewhere else. So, he gets sent to this other, this other church in like the middle of this like small town. I feel like, and it has a very devoted like congregation. Yeah. There's like maybe 6 people that are there every day, and it's like anytime anybody new shows up, the head priest played by Josh Brolin purposely like
exiles them
pretty much pretty much belittles them until they leave, right? And that's kind of the point, is like, and it strengthens the bond with like these like 5 or 6 people, right? So when the character who dies, this congregation is like all of the suspects. But they're also protecting each other because they're so tight, right? So that's kind of what the movie's about. And of course, Josh O'Connor's character, you're following him because he's the new guy.
Yeah.
And he's having a rough time because he doesn't
integrating.
Right?
Yeah,
he doesn't really like how this is run and stuff. And then you're kind of following his perspective. You know for a fact he's like pretty much the only person who couldn't have killed the person.
Yeah, although
it gets kind of crazy. Yeah. So that's it. That's all we'll talk.
Yeah, that's it. And I will say, we talk about the cast. Like, we're gushing over Josh O'Connor, who you're right. But Josh Brolin, I like in it too. He's funny. But good. Even Glenn Close is in this movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah, she plays like his Josh Brolin's kind of right hand. Like,
yeah, but also like has her own secrets and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody kind of that's my issue, right? Is I feel like, especially Knives Out 1. No, they both do. I feel like everybody has secrets, and everybody could have killed the person, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I don't think you get to know the characters as much. Maybe that's my issue with it.
Oh, you mean like all the other people? Like you mean like you're like I don't know, man. Dude, like
you do a little bit, but I'm like, I don't know.
See, this one I felt lulled me.
Okay.
In the sense that like. Maybe the other ones were quicker too, where they put you kind of in the situation sooner. Where this one, it's like you're in the situation, but it's kind of like this slow burn to where the murder, I feel like, happens maybe later even. Like it's not right away.
The murder happens really late.
Yeah, right.
Like. But they did the same thing with Knives Out too.
Okay, Knives Out too. I forget. Oh yeah, like
there's a murder,
shot,
but
like
halfway? No. Yeah. That person, the person who dies probably halfway through the movie.
I think that's. I don't know. I like that more because it's like you need an introduction to this isolated world, and I think it does a good job of showing everybody. And everybody's like suspicious. Like I'm new, like Josh O'Connor is. I don't have to know all these people thoroughly.
Yeah.
You're kind of your vessel, or your main character is kind of doing a lot of that, and it's put upon him. Which I don't know. There maybe it was unconventional for a Knives Out movie, but I think he's perfect. Like I don't even know. Like the next Knives Out movie might not even be as good as this one. There was just the mixture of the people, how it all went down. I was well entertained throughout all of it, man. I just the other ones just didn't do it the same way. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Cool. Hey, I mean, that's an opinion, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I like the other. I like them 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much my order.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you like 3 the most, and
it's like 3. The other ones aren't even on my radar.
Okay. Cool.
I would go back to 3 too. Like I would rewatch it again with maybe other people who maybe have not seen it yet. Let's say like to see, but like I don't know. I recommend it. Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiling.
Moving on. Next movie is about another likable criminal. Did you watch The Roofman?
I did.
What'd you think?
I don't know. I think it was good, but also like, again, it was like one of these movies where it was like, man, dude, it's even directed by the guy who did Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah,
like,
Derek Cianfrance.
Right,
yeah,
right. I wanted to like it more than what the final package was, and I think maybe it just ran a little long. I think whatever they had to say, it just maybe could have been tighter. It wasn't a bad movie. And I also like that it's based on a true story, because that fantasy of like, man, especially Toys R Us, like as a kid, like, yeah, I would sleep here. Like this, like that's great. Yeah, I'll hang out in the roof and eat M&Ms. Like that's great. So it's like all that was really appealing to me, and I like that there was like a love. It was like a romantic movie still too, which was good. But.
So the story of the movie is, I'm not sure what the guy's name is. I know it's Jeff. I'm not really sure what his last name is, but
I just call him Channing Tatum the whole time.
Yeah, Channing Tatum. So Channing Tatum plays the main character, and he is a thief. He robs like fast food restaurants, right?
He's a nice thief.
He's a very nice thief. Yes, and that's So he's a very nice thief. I'm trying to remember. He goes to jail right off the bat, right? Yeah, he gets caught. He gets caught for like robbing a McDonald's, and he goes to jail and he breaks out of jail.
Okay,
that's the plot of the movie, right? Am I crazy?
I don't remember, dude. I don't even remember. I just remember there's a point where he's like, dude, you got to lay low for a little bit, right? And then he finds the Toys R Us to go hide in, right? But like.
So he breaks out of jail. So now everybody's looking for him. Yeah, he has a kid, and he tries to go see the kid, but he can't because the police are like looking for him. Right?
Yeah.
So he decides to hide out in a Toys R Us, and that's what the whole movie's about. Is like him like hiding out in this Toys R Us. He has to wait 30 days because it's like he needed to get a particular amount of money or something so he can escape. He can like get off the grid, but the guy that he's buying the stuff off of will be back in 30 days. So he's got to hide out for 30 days. So he decides to hide out in this Toys R Us. So that's the whole movie is just him. And then there's somebody who works at the Toys R Us played by Kirsten Dunst, and he decides to like start donating Toys R Us toys to her church. and they start to form a romantic relationship, and that's kind of what it's about. It's based on a true story, apparently. I'm not really sure exactly how.
I hope the love story is true too.
I feel like it is. I don't know.
Here's the thing.
I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun.
I liked the romantic stuff with her, Kirsten Dunst. I thought like it's good to see her back. Like I miss Kirsten Dunst. Like to see her in more movies is like actually like a sweet thing. So it's like it was good to see her. I felt overall the movie just didn't do anything enough. I felt like it needed, okay, I got to do a love story. We're going to do this angle with the Roofman or whatever. It just, none of it really struck me in a way that I'm like, man, this movie's like I would never watch a movie again, I think, and I'd be okay, right?
I will say a lot of movies this year I felt that exact way for.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's just like
you were left
I was
lacking.
expecting a lot from this year and nothing really hit the spot. There's like 3 movies at the top that I'll say hit the spot. I'll say Toxic Avenger was 4. We'll say 4 movies on my list, and trust me when I say these are the 4 movies are going to gush over the most. You'll really hear it in my voice. Yeah. But anyway, Roofman, a little further down the list. I liked it. I thought it was really good. I thought Channing Tatum was very likable. It is weird. It's a weird Derek Cianfrance movie though. Yeah. He did like Blue Valentine. He does The Place Beyond the Pines. And then he does like The Light Between Oceans, I believe it's called.
Is that good? Is that any good?
No, not. I mean, I went and saw it in theaters because I really like his first 2 movies, and I was like, oh, it's not. It's okay. Yeah. I mean, it's like
Roofman.
It's sad as fuck. Actually, that movie, I remember. Yeah,
I'll check it out. But
don't check it out. It's fucking sad. It's like
Blue.
Did you ever see Blue Valentine? His first movie.
No.
Sad as fuck. Don't watch it. It's like
so is Place Beyond the Pines.
That movie at least is a crime movie. It's like a heist movie, so I could kind of get into it. Like The Light Between Oceans. What it's about is like these people who live on an island, and they maintain the lighthouse.
Okay.
So it's like a husband and wife, and they're the only 2 people who live on this island, and they can't have kids. They've like tried, and like she keeps having miscarriages. She's had like several. Like they have like a little graveyard of like miscarriages.
Fuck.
And what happens is a body rolls up onto the island in a boat. It's a dead guy, and he's got a kid with him. And so the baby's alive. So they decide to take the baby and just raise it as their own. And then of course they go to the island. They go like to the mainland, and they run into the woman whose husband died and the baby went missing. Yeah. And she's like a mess because she can't find her kid. So it becomes this like moral, like,
do we give the kid
It's
back?
Years later too. It's like 2 or 3 years later. It's like the kid's like probably like 5 or 6 by the time they, so it becomes this like, do we give the kid back? But we can't have kids. And she really like, she was at a breaking point when they found the kid. So it was like, and it's Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander play like the husband and wife. So, and Rachel Weisz plays like the actual mother of the kid, but it becomes this like, and Michael Fassbender's character is very like, 1 by the book, but 2 like he's like he doesn't want to break the law, like, you know what I mean? Like he's the one that's like, we should probably give the kid back, and she doesn't want to, obviously. No. It becomes this like weird thing.
Okay, I don't know if
it's a sad fucking movie, and I wouldn't watch it. Like, so when I came into the Roofman, I was you were right. I was expecting something that was
sadder,
maybe
because I'll say it's not sad like it's not sad like those movies are. Like, I don't know.
It's very like,
it's got a good message. I think it's positive. Yeah,
it's so not on the list this year. Another movie that we were kind of talking about in the same breath of this. We were talking about Caught Stealing. It's an Aronofsky movie, and Darren Aronofsky movies are like also fucking sad and like intense, and this movie was just not that. It was almost like Aronofsky's like, I'm just gonna make a fun movie. And
you know what? I feel like everybody wants to. Maybe you try different genres. I think an action movie is like a discipline that I think he's like, I want to get this out of my system, or I want to try at least, or whatever. So it's a Darren Aronofsky action movie, but like didn't move the needle, right? So
I felt like Roofman was kind of the same idea. But, moving on. Moving on to another romantic movie. We're going to talk about
your pick.
No, one of yours.
What?
We're going to talk about Companion.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, romance. I like that. Okay.
I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So this movie, it came out earlier in the year, and I missed it. I rewatched it like boning up doing homework, and I was expecting like whatever it is going to be like something like creepy. Like you see the poster, she's got no eyeballs or whatever. You're like, oh my gosh, she's like a demon or something like that. What the reveal is, and I'll say what the actually this is tough. Okay, so the plot is that Sophie Thatcher, I forget this is the actress, but I forget her character's name. Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid, they're going up to see their friends at like a lake house somewhere for like the weekend, and we'll say a murder happens that Sophie Thatcher did, and it's kind of like from there it's like this unraveling. I'm not spoiling it. I can't because like it wasn't spoiled for me.
It was spoiled for me.
Oh darn!
Unfortunately, before I watched it. So.
And there is, I would say, maybe 25 minutes into this movie, the movie completely changes, and what you think it is, it's not that, and then it gets really exciting. So, but yeah, it is. It's a love story, but it's like. It's kind of like
it's not. It was more cheeky. It was more tongue in cheek when I said love story.
It's kind of like that idea of like if you had ultimate like control, maybe I guess in that or whatever. But whatever. A good
movie.
Watch.
It's a good movie. Yeah, Sophie Thatcher's amazing. She's amazing in everything I've ever seen her in.
Mandalorian.
Was she in the Mandalorian?
No. Sorry, Boba Fett. She was one of the biker gang kids or whatever. Yeah.
I don't think was that her.
I think
I know exactly who you're talking about too. Here's the thing. I actually don't mind the Boba Fett. I thought that was actually a fun show.
People seem to hate that one a lot more than it needs. It was fun.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right. Like it's as good as the Mandalorian. It's not any better or worse. If it's the same shit. Yeah. I don't know. To me, I don't know. But
the biker kids were weird. But that's like a nitpick. Whatever.
But no, she's great. She's in like the show Yellow Jackets, which is kind of what made her big. She's fucking great in that.
Okay. This is kind of like my first introduction to her, because if she's just a side thing or whatever, I don't think I've seen her in anything else, and I really liked her. I think she's a good actor,
and she was in Heretic last year as well.
Okay, which I missed.
I believe that was in my list last year.
Yeah, you probably recommended it. Yeah, and I'm like, oh,
she's great.
I remember the two girls, but yeah. Also, this movie does fun things with the music. I think. I think there's a lot of good musical, and it's not like the music, like the score, but like the musical choices. Like you've got pop music in there or whatever.
Yeah, and Jack Quaid's awesome. Jack Quaid's fantastic. He's Dennis Quaid's son with Meg Ryan. Like he's fantastic and everything. Like I love him as like. See, I was gonna say.
No, don't. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. I think he's got a good range.
Yeah,
like we've seen him as a bad guy. We've also seen him as like a sweet guy, and like he can do a lot.
He's really good as in both roles. So,
I like. Okay. Oh yeah, Scream. He was in. I liked him in that.
He's so good. He was actually good in that Scream movie. He was fantastic. Yeah, there's a particular. See, it's a spoiler for Scream, but he's really good as the villain in that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Anywho,
but yeah, Companion. Highly recommend it. Only because there's a really wacky twist in it, and if you're expecting one thing, it's not going to be that, and that's all I'm going to say on that one.
Agreed. No, it was fun. Moving on. You know what? We're going to keep this little romance horror thing going. Here's the thing. This was actually a really late addition to my list.
Oh, is this it bumped something? Or is this like
it did actually. Yeah. I did not realize this movie was 2025 until literally yesterday. Me and my wife are flipping through movies on Apple Plus, and she was like, "Oh, that we were with some friends, and we were trying to like just because the friend was like, hey, what any good movies on Apple Plus? They just got Apple Plus, right? So we're going through, and she's like, oh, that's a good movie, that's a good movie, that's a good movie, and then this movie came out, and I was like. And I looked and I was like, that movie came out in 2025? I thought it was last year for some reason. I really liked The Gorge.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? Yes, I think parts of it felt like tonally. I think there was times where they're like, man, we got to really make these kids like love up on each other or whatever. Yeah. To me, it was like when he was drumming and I'm like, okay, all right, Whiplash much?
Well, like, they do it twice, right? Because he's drumming and then she's playing chess.
Right, okay.
And her big thing was Queen's Gambit
or whatever.
Right?
So it's like stuff like that I could do without, but like I like the whole concept of like this gorge that strange like army people that don't know each other are kind of tasked to watch it for like an X amount of time, and what's inside of it is like, oh, we don't know, right? So it's like, but stuff comes out of it and like they have to handle it.
I was worried about to say we should just to tell the plot, but that's the plot.
Yeah, that's the plot.
Really nothing more to it.
Yeah.
It's like there's an American played by Miles Teller.
Yep.
And a Russian played by what the fuck's her name?
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yeah. And is it Anya Taylor-Joy? Whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever it is. Okay, yeah. And so she's Russian, he's American, and they're both snipers. They're both like professional, like military snipers. That's like their thing. And their job is there's this gorge and it goes super deep and it's like foggy, so you can never see inside of it.
Yeah.
And all they're told is if anything comes out of this gorge, kill it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And like they're also in charge of like on the outskirts of both sides of the gorge, there's like mini guns and like
you have turrets and stuff like that. It kind of, it's a little bit of Aliens vibe. A little bit. Too. Like there's a point where stuff starts coming out and like guns are going off and you're like, oh, what's that? And you don't know. Like you're not getting any information about what these creatures are. They look humanoid. Like what's the deal or whatever. Can I say what? They go, can I say that part of
definitely.
Like, obviously, they go into it.
They go into the gorge. There's a point. Okay, so we'll say, so they like, because they're not supposed to interact with each other. That's like part of the rules.
That's the rules too. Yeah,
but
right. Obviously,
they're both like, good-looking 20-year-old, kids in their 20s. So they start talking to each other via like whiteboards and shit.
Via whiteboards, a la like
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
Literally Dawn of the Dead. It's
which is a good throwback.
Big James and Andy. So they talk to each other, and then what happens is, I'm trying to remember exactly what happens, but I feel like he falls in.
Yeah, well, like, obviously being a man, you got to do the chivalrous thing and be like, hey, baby, you want a date or whatever?
Yeah.
Over. But, like, because of all that, he gets in there first and she go in after him.
And she decides to go in after him.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, like, and that's not even, it's about the halfway point. So it's not, I don't think it's much of a spoiler because I feel like you spend at least half of the movie inside the gorge.
Yeah, and like that's where all the information is.
And that's when it pretty much becomes Annihilation.
Yeah,
pretty much. And I'm like, I love Annihilation, so I'm like, this movie became a fucking like mystery movie, and then the second half's Annihilation. I'm fucking into it. Like this movie, I was super into it. Scott Derrickson directed it, who did like the Doctor Strange movies.
I really like Scott
Derrickson.
Sorry, he did, but he also did like Sinister and
Black Phone.
Yeah, right.
Also, he did Black Phone 2, which came out this year, which I did watch. I believe it actually. Maybe they didn't do that. No, I feel like he did.
Okay, I'm not sure if he did. Did it come out this year? Are we talking about that one later?
Maybe. No, it's not on my list. That's why I just decided to bring it up.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if it was 25 or 26. I feel like it was 25 though. Yeah, it could have been like January 26. But either way, I just watched it. It's not on my list. It's fine. It's whatever. But like, but Scott Derrickson, he does.
I like him as a filmmaker. I think he does really good. I feel like everyone talked up Black Phone, and I haven't seen that one yet either. But like, I want to watch that one. It tends to like sequels tend to either do good or they tend to flounder. So it's like maybe it sounds like the sequel's not worth the time, but. I like Scott Derrickson. I think it's cool that he did something kind of not without horror, but like it felt more like he's trying to go outside of like his comfort. I think. I don't know. Doctor Strange has got romance too in it a little bit. Maybe it was like that, but I don't know. This was fun, and it was fun. It was different from. I wasn't expecting that as a Scott Derrickson movie.
Yeah, like, wow, agreed. And something about movies where like two very capable like badasses have to fight off a bunch of monsters is so fucking cool to me. Like, I just love movies like that. And it's like, it's not like, because you could very easily have been like, oh, there's 12 of them and they all get, you know what I mean? Or you're picking them off one by one. I like the fact that there's just two of them.
Yeah.
And they're fucking really badass. Like, they're really cool. Like, so it's just like.
They're a good match for each other.
It's, yeah.
How many girls do you think they get to do that job, though? Eh? This is like, maybe it's just two bros normally. Like, hey,
I bet it usually is. See, here's the thing. I'm surprised they don't do that just to solve this problem because like this,
you know what, that's the last time we put boy girl together, man. They just ruined the whole thing.
Anyway, moving on. I did like that movie a lot.
I did too. It was a lot of fun, and I watched it with like my like Liv and stuff, so it was like it was a good date night movie for those of you in the audience there that
looking for a date night movie.
Good date night. That's it.
Moving on to a movie. So here's the thing. Okay, so me and Derek, the kind of way we did this was we both picked 12 movies that we wanted to talk about just to make the 24, to make 24 of the 25. And Ashley said, because she wanted to do the podcast, but she decided to take the night off. And but she's like, but if you're gonna do it, you have to talk about one movie.
Oh,
it's her personal
top one,
her personal favorite movie of the year. She loved it. She's like, I know for a fact neither of you are gonna talk about it because it's not like a movie. You know what I mean? It's not a big movie. She's like, I don't know why. She's like, I liked this movie a lot, so I want you guys to talk about it. I did watch it. I don't know if you watched it. She wanted us to talk about a movie called Until Dawn.
Oh, I have not seen it, but I like the director. I like David F. Sandberg a lot.
Yeah, so he did the two Shazam movies, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not really. He did something else before that.
He's got, I think it's Annabelle Creation.
Okay.
He did as well. And then
sorry.
He did other movies too.
Oh, he's done
before.
a couple things.
Yeah.
So Until Dawn, it's based off a video game, also called Until Dawn, although it really has nothing to do with the video game.
Oh, that's kind of what?
Which is like why do it? Yeah, it's kind of strange to me too. So the video game, what it's about is a group of friends go to a cabin in the middle of like the mountains because they have like a rich friend who like and what happens is they like play a prank on the girl who like owns so it's like a brother sister who like own the house, or like their parents own the house, and they play a prank on the sister, and she runs away and she goes missing. So we know because we're playing the video game, we're controlling her. She gets killed by like a monster.
Okay,
but they never find the body. She like goes missing, right? So then a year later, the brothers like we should all go back to the cabin as like a memorialization of like my sister kind of thing. So they all do it. And then, of course, while they're there, they get attacked by a serial killer. Like a random serial killer shows up, and like that's what the game's about.
Okay.
And so that's what the game's about. And it's like, but what it is like you're following different characters, and every choice you make kind of has a ripple effect.
Yeah.
On like what happens in the future, and like certain characters, if they die, like that's it for them for the game. You know what I mean? And then like you just go on. Like there's a way to save every character, but there's also a way where like most of them die. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
is it like a choose your own adventure?
Kind of.
Is it like this option, and then you pick one and then see
pretty
what
much,
happens? Okay,
pretty much. And then even little things like you'll hear a noise and it's like you could go that way if you want, or you could go to the exit. You know what I mean?
exit.
Yeah. So that's kind of the video game. So the movie, it's almost like they're like, I want to make it like a video game where you have unlimited, like a respawn. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like Groundhog Day?
A little bit. So what it's about is, so this is the movie now. It's about a group of friends who, I'm trying to remember exactly why they go to this place, but I don't remember, so it doesn't really matter. They end up at this fucking, it's like a tourist like information spot. But anyway, so they go in, and so what it is the one girl, she's looking for her sister, and her sister went missing, and this was like one of the last places she was seen, so that's why they go there. Okay. And once they go in, they realize now they can't leave. There's like a wall of rain, and every time they go in it, they like, it's almost like they end up back where they started. And what it is it's like they have to last 12 hours. So it's like daytime when it starts, and then like they have to last the night.
Okay.
Literally until dawn.
Okay.
But every time, so this is where the movie loses it for me. So what it is what you kind of find out over the course of the movie, like you realize what's going on, is every night something else is added. So like the first night they get killed by a serial killer.
Okay, like the video game.
Like the video game, exactly. And then the second night, it's a serial killer and a witch. And then the third night, it's a serial killer and a witch and a giant monster. And then the fourth night, it's like they keep adding shit.
Oh. How are they supposed to get out of that?
That's it.
Yeah.
So I would have liked it personally better. What I thought the movie was going to be was, I thought it was going to be every night is just a different monster, which would have been cool. It's like Cabin in the Woods, but it's like every night is a different, because that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Like after you see them get killed by the serial killer a third time, you're like, all right, let's get this fucking serial killer. Like you got some cool shit you could do.
Yeah.
Let's fucking get rid of this guy. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my issue is like with the movie is you could have done something really cool where every night is a different threat.
Yeah.
And it's like you got to survive one of them.
Which is cool because like you have this thing where it's like with Groundhog Day, every day was the same. He was like anticipating, like, oh, don't step in the puddle. Oh, watch out, this car's gonna hit me. Like all that stuff. But it's like if the elements change, well, now it's like a respawn, and everything you remember from yesterday doesn't matter. Like it's like you're dealing with new factors here.
And that's
but like if they compound where there's a serial killer, a witch, and a giant monster or whatever, well, you're dead. Like,
you're fucked. And that's pretty much it. And it even gets to the point where like there's one where like they eat something and they fucking explode. You know, and shit like that. Where it's just like, what are we even doing? Like, so the movie's fun, and I understand.
It sounds that way. It sounds fun.
Yeah, the movie's fun, and I understand why Ashley likes it, and it's got a lot of It's got a couple of good actors in it. I couldn't tell you what they're from, but they're fine.
Okay,
they're
but they're doing a good job.
They're doing a good
right?
job.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, no, it's just fun. It's just everybody's having fun. And it's just so yeah. Thank you, Ashley, for the suggestion.
Thank you.
Moving on. You know what? I think it's about time we talk about Frankenstein.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm happy this was on your list.
Yeah.
This was a little lower on my list. This was a little higher on yours. I'm happy we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro. I mean, I think he did Pinocchio, but
Oh, yeah.
is this the first live action thing he's done since The Shape of Water? I believe it is, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like there's maybe something. Maybe
I don't know. Actually, it was Pinocchio the last thing he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I actually really dug Pinocchio.
Oh, Pinocchio
that was
a great
brilliant.
animated movie.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. So it's like
The Shape of Water. The only reason why I bring it up is because that's Best Picture. Wins Best Picture.
Yeah.
He wins Best Director. So
Yeah.
it's a big deal, right? So this is kind of the first thing. I'm pretty sure this was the first thing he does since.
Okay.
So go ahead, though. Sorry.
All right. No, it's good. Yeah. So obviously it's the story of Frankenstein.
Yep.
We
Nothing crazy.
We know
they're
that.
not doing anything different.
I will say it's kind of framed differently, and it is a telling of the events, but like you're getting like the framing. Much like, okay, so King of Kings had Charles Dickens talking about that or whatever. This is like there's a story and actually a really cool hook at the beginning. I will say, like, this Frankenstein character is like there's themes or like elements that he's like super powered. So it's like you get to see Frankenstein kind of be like this, kind of like almost like a superhero a little bit, but like it's framed within the ending of the story is how it opens, and then there's like a retelling of like all of that, which I feel is like it's good, but also times feels a little cumbersome. I just want to get to that story already, but like it goes through Frankenstein as a boy, and then seeing what his relationship was like with his mom and like his father, and then later in life as he's now a doctor, you get to see him clearly like excited about animating dead like cadavers and stuff like that, and from that you get the progression to your first Frankenstein like monster or whatever, which is
so Oscar Isaac plays Dr. Frankenstein. Jacob Elordi, I believe his name is, plays
the monster. Yeah.
Mia Goth plays the love interest.
Yeah, and it's what's his face, Victor's brother's wife.
Yes, I don't know who plays Victor's brother, to be honest with you. But then Christoph Waltz plays.
Yeah.
I believe her uncle or something.
Uncle.
Yeah. So
which I like. So what's interesting about this is like you have Victor. You kind of know like not that I like Oscar Isaac's performance, but like you kind of know what Victor's path is already, right? Like
you know exactly where this is going.
He's a little bit reckless. He's a little bit I'm the best, but he's doing crazy stuff. And like there's this one scene, I don't want to spoil it too, but it's like proof of concept where he's like, hey, I can reanimate dead tissue, and you get to see like what looks like real, like I don't know, it's like it's a puppet. Like I looked at this later, but there's like half of a person. Like, and he can show people, like, he's like, look what I'm working on. And everyone's like, oh, right there. Like, so what he needs is money and an investor and in a space to work. And Christoph Waltz provides all this.
Yeah.
And what I like, there's a really cool scene early where Christoph Waltz has a mapped lymph node system. So he's like, somebody's like he shows Victor, he's like, look, you didn't even realize there was lymph nodes in the body, did you? It's like one of these things, like we're learning about the human body. And you can see he had like, it's like a whole body that was like reduced to nothing but the lymphatic system, and you can see that. And it's like that was also something that's like I don't know if that was ever talked about as like the system that the electricity would run through to animate Frankenstein's body. And I'm like, bro, this is like we're getting into the science of what went into animating Frankenstein's body here. And it's like tell me a Frankenstein story where I haven't heard everything already. And it's like, oh, Guillermo's like, I got it. Like, watch this. One thing I also really like about this movie too, is it gets into Victor's like early life, like what his relationship was like with his father and how that translated to when the monster was alive. It's Victor almost defaults to like how his father was. And I thought that was so fascinating. It's like this thing we can't help but like regurgitate what our parents like showed us.
Yeah. It's It's like that, like, without even meaning to, you always become your father. Or your mother. It's like one of those.
Right. And it's like that was I thought that was a really cool exploration of like both characters, because like in this story you're getting Victor's story, but there is a point where the monster gets a chance to talk too, and like you get kind of like more of the story through his perspective. And I thought all like his stuff is like it takes over after a certain point. Like the story for a little while it's Victor's, and then it continues, but like from the perspective of the monster. I thought that was a really cool exploration. Like you get kind of what's behind him and
perspective,
what makes him whatever. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I liked it a lot. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, well, was it what I was gonna say? What didn't you like about it? But it's like, what was it that like didn't rank it? Like, why didn't you rank it higher?
You know what?
It's like, bro, I was like, this is doing a lot for me.
Here's the thing, and that's a good way to. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like when I walked, I think it was just long. But it's like, does that sound weird? Like,
No. It's not, because you're right. I absolutely agree with that. I think the clunkiness is actually like, look, it's cool that like, okay, there's this really cool boat set piece that's like the opening of the movie. You see it in the stuff, but it's like the boat is kind of like where the story's being told, and this clunky little, and now I'm going to tell my version of the story. It's like, bro, a second ago, Frankenstein was like
decimating people,
slaughtering you guys because you were attacking him, and it was like, now it's like, it's story time. It's like, there's
I thought that was weird as well.
There's weird, like, I know what you're trying to do, but I think, it's like, if you remove certain storytelling aspects, you could have maybe made a tighter, more impactful movie. Not that it wasn't impactful. I think it's still really good. It's just, you're right. The length. There's
so yeah. So I was always on the fence about like how much I wanted to talk about it. So when it was on your list, I was very happy. When that movie was over, when it ended, the first thing I thought is, oh, this is the first movie of the year where I'm like, yeah, that's going to be Best Picture. Like that, not deserves to be Best Picture, but that feels like a Best Picture nominee.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like, and not in a bad way, in like a good way, and like that was a good enough like. It felt like a good movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even though I do think it's a little long and like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, not boring, but like, it's a Frankenstein movie. It's exactly what I expected out of a Frankenstein movie. You're not really doing anything nuts with it. Like,
I think where Guillermo's like, how am I going to infuse like my style into this? And it comes in different forms. Like I think like Victor's dreams are really fascinating. Like this angel of death that keeps visiting him.
Oh yeah.
It's more.
It's
like,
very Hellboy. Yeah. Actually, speaking of very Hellboy, that one scene that you were talking about with like the half corpse with like that catches the apple.
Yeah.
It's the most Hellboy fucking thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this in Hellboy.
Yeah. and it's like, for me, who really desperate, like you think like how many times have since Guillermo's like Hellboy 1 and 2 have they attempted to like reboot the franchise? We have 2 other Hellboy movies. There's one that went like right to DVD, The Crooked Man. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, I never did, but
okay. I want to watch it, but I'm like, dude, this looks budget, and it's like each movie they had less money to work with. Yeah. It's like, if you want a Hellboy 3, you're probably not going to get it, but this Frankenstein movie is dealing with similar like imagery. At least it's spooky and scary, and like it's like as close as maybe you'll get. So I don't know. Also, just for anybody who watches it, right at the opening, Frankenstein smacks a guy's face clean off, and the guy pretzels backwards over. I've never seen that in a movie before. I had to rewind it a couple of times. I'm like, what did he do? He like literally like backhands his face off. His face is dashed away from his face, and he pretzels over. I'm like, I've never seen that before in a movie. That's amazing. So highly recommend it. It is long, but like some movies are long and they're worth it.
Sure. No,
so,
I agree.
I don't know. This one's worth it. Here's the thing though. You said you're like, oh, this is a good movie. I was surprised at how much attention it was getting when like Oscar noms came out. I'm like, whoa, this movie's good, I guess then, eh? Like this is like, to me it was Guillermo doing like what he likes to do, but like he also likes Pacific Rim. Like that's not winning, like that's not getting everybody's attention. But point. Yeah, I also really like Pacific Rim.
I don't mind Pacific Rim. It's fun. Yeah, it's him doing a fucking Godzilla movie.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's like kind of.
All right, moving on. We're on the subject of superhuman characters.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's talk about Superman.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
Okay.
I know you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Here's okay. Let's start. I really like Superman. I thought it was a great movie.
Yes.
I was very surprised how quickly it ended up on the streaming service. I was like, oh fuck, this is already like streaming. Here's the thing. It's
19 days.
Is it a very different Superman movie from anything I've ever seen? Not really. They do a lot of cool things that make it. So it's funny because like we were kind of talking about this movie the other day. is the most comic book movie I think I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Dude, this is like, you can tell he likes comic books.
Yeah.
And this, it read like a comic book.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Like other movies that are like, oh, we're adapting the comic book for the movie. This is like, no, I like the comic books, so
Yeah,
I'm
we're just
going to
do
do
a comic
books. Yeah.
My favorite scene in the whole movie is Superman. I think he's in his apartment, but he could be in Lois's apartment. Because him and Lois know they're dating at this point.
Yeah.
Before the movie even begins, and she knows he's Superman, so it's not. Yeah.
I think that's kind of the way it needs to be.
It has to
we
be.
all know that Lois Lane, the best reporter in the world, doesn't know that. That's
Yeah.
like that's you can't do that anymore,
No.
right? So.
But there's a scene where they're kind of talking, and in the background, there's this giant alien that's like being fought by obviously being fought by Green Lantern and Hot Girl and
The
like
Justice Squad
the
or
Justice
whatever.
Squad,
Yeah.
the Justice Gang or something.
Yeah, the Justice Gang.
And Superman and her are talking, and she's like, because I think he has a suit on, and she's like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
She's like, oh, were you like fighting the monster? And he like turns around, and he's like, oh yeah, no, I didn't even know that was going on. But like he's like,
Yeah.
and they have this. It's the most comic booky because it's like, yeah, this is a world where superheroes. There's just superheroes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, okay. I like it. I like the fact that it's just like, they're so nonchalant about it. Like, oh yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like, okay, so for me, I don't know, do we have to do a synopsis of Superman? I feel like everybody saw it. I don't know. It's like he's an alien from the thing. We all know that already.
Yeah,
It's like, how many
he's a
Superman
superhero. The only real thing the only real like plot structure that I kind of want to go over is like the opening of the movie is, it's like so many years ago Krypton was destroyed. It's just like on the screen, right?
Yeah.
So many years ago Superman ended up on Earth. He's been living on here for so many years, and then it's like 3 minutes ago Superman lost his first fight, and then he ends up in like the Arctic.
He crash lands in the Arctic.
And then like after losing the fight. So the whole movie is kind of about his like mortality and him kind of realizing like, oh, I'm not the strongest person in the world. And like, that's kind of what the movie's about, which is a kind of weird plot for the very first Superman movie.
From James Gunn's,
even though
like,
it's
universe,
not. We've seen
Yeah.
There's has to be probably 10 Superman movies at this point. We know.
I'm going to do the count.
5, 6.
Superman Returns. There's a few. You can count them. It's on two hands or whatever. But I don't know. For me, as much as like I get it, like because like I think it's adapting. There was one story. I forget the comic book story I'm thinking of here because it's the one where he's got cancer and he's gonna die. It was Superman. Eventually, he gets overcharged by his son in one of the stories, and he's got cancer. He's gonna die. But like to give him like this humanity or mortality is like just a way to make him more interesting, I think. Okay. Superman's this character is he's impossible to defeat or whatever. He becomes less interesting. So if you give him this, oh, he just lost the fight, like that's the whole thing. My thing is like, I get what James Gunn was tasked with when he's like, okay, I have to make a new Superman movie. I've got to make this interesting and different. Certain things I think he did really well. Like he made good decisions. I think bringing Crypto in is a good idea.
Awesome character, right? Yeah. The dog. Crypto's the dog.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got his super dog.
Yeah.
Right? I think having the Fortress of Solitude, like the way it is, I think is a good idea. Like
Agreed.
he has clearly love for the comic books, and he makes decisions based on like that, and it works.
Yeah.
Other things though were like kind of red flags early, and like the Superman symbol, for example. Like I know the Kingdom Come Superman symbol, and that's what we got is like that. But Kingdom Come is like older Superman, where he's like he's out of it, he doesn't care anymore. It's like you're not telling me that story, are you? Yeah. So why are you giving me that symbol? And the later is it like he's trying to show people that it's like this symbol was donned when Superman went through like a change, and my Superman's different than other Supermans, so the symbol needs to represent like a different super. It's like, okay, how about just a regular S then? Maybe not just like a horizontal, like a semi like diagonal line across your chest or whatever, we'll call it an S or whatever. It's just, to me that was like a little bit of like a that seems like a bad choice. So it's like, those are nitpicky details, because like things like, okay, for example, something that felt like really comic booky for me was the kaiju scene. Like having a little baby kaiju, like that's Lex Luthor's like little like plot to distract Superman. Love that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because then later he's a big problem, and like Superman wants to rescue the thing while he's also fighting it, as opposed to the Justice Squad just destroy it, like kills it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's really cool, like, wow, I can see Superman the human like a lot in this movie, but parts for me, I think, where I want my hero to be better than how I would react in a situation. Obviously, like things like when the crypto goes missing, for example. I get it, you're responsible for this dog, but my hero has to be calm, cool, and collected. Screaming and throwing desks and all that stuff is out of character for Superman, honestly. And like, I get humanizing him, I get making him human, but like, I also want something to like aspire to. Not be like, yeah, I would have totally done that too, man. Good for you. So it's like, I feel like Superman was kind of like sometimes inconsistent in ways that I would expect him to behave better. Okay. So it's like, he was like, I don't know, maybe in the next movie he'll be more mature. I have no idea. Like, it's like, I kind of want to see where James Gunn takes it, but like, I also feel like James Gunn kind of gets in his own way a little bit. Like, this didn't need to be. Okay, for an example, you say it's comic booky where like Superman and Lois are having a conversation. Well, clearly like there's something way more crazier and threatening that's in the background or happening. That feels more like James Gunnism than it does feel like a comic bookism. So I don't know. It's like I get it. It's fun and it's different, but like I feel like James Gunn. Okay, there's still time, but like he's still chasing what he did in Guardians. I feel like there's like the Guardians franchise where it's like, oh, look at this crazy thing going on in the background. That's like, that'll come into play maybe later or it won't. It depends on what I feel like. Like the Guardians 2 specifically, where they fight that monster, but it's all about Groot dancing, like the opening. There's this giant monster fight that I kind of want to see and like want to, but he's not interested in showing you that. It's about dancing baby Groot. And I go, no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. Like, good choice. Like, you want to do something different, but like, how about this is the time to show my, like the rest of the team working together? Or how about a hero or a hero team doing what they're supposed to, right? Okay. So it's like he I feel like there's times where he does on purpose the opposite of what he wants to do, whereas opposed to like, look, I get it. You want to do Peacemaker, you want to do Suicide Squad, you want to do those movies that way. This Superman movie, despite having like a lot of characters in it, I was kind of anticipating that you would have front heavy many superheroes doing their oh man, Mr. Terrific. That's like, it's crazy to see Mr. Terrific in this movie. It's crazy to see Guy Gardner Green Lantern in this movie. Whatever the threat was, I was expecting all of those guys would eventually not be as strong or as capable as Superman. Like, you would get a movie that was loaded with all these heroes, but by the end Superman's the only guy for the job. It didn't do that. Like he's clearly working with a team, and like I don't know if James Gunn is capable of breaking his formula of like, I have to be goofy and like Superman needs to work with a whole bunch of people, and it's like I you know what? It's not that it felt like Guardians, but there's I don't know. It felt like James Gunn making a Superman movie when it just should have been a Superman movie, you know? So it's like, I don't know. It's like, I like it. I talked to a lot of people who liked it, and like, you know, surprisingly, it's a lot of women, which I don't know if like other women like other superhero movies, but like, okay, I don't want to compare, but I can't help it. Like Man of Steel, when that movie came out, I didn't like it either, but like Man of Steel almost feels like the boys Superman, now, like the cool Superman, versus like this one is like maybe more like 4-quadrant Superman, where it's like the girls like him too, like the kids could like him, like it's like he seemed maybe more relatable to more people, which surprisingly I guess didn't work. I don't know. Like I think any other time this movie would have done well, but the reason, like you said earlier, it went to streaming 19 days after it released is because it wasn't making the money they all expected. And like, I get the industry and people's spending power, like it's all different now, but like there's clearly something that this movie was supposed to do that it didn't quite do it. And like, I don't know, I still hope that he can run a whole universe of movies, but it's, I don't know.
Well, I thought the movie was awesome.
Okay, good. What did you like about it? I don't want to poop all over James Gunn's hard work.
It's funny. All the shit that you said you didn't like about it is what I liked about it, actually.
Oh, yeah. So is it like...
I think David Cornsweet, is his name David Cornsweet?
Yeah, I like... Oh, yeah.
He's a fantastic Superman. Sure, he's the same shit that we've gotten, but like, he's very like sweet. He's very like genuine, I feel like. And I like, you know what I mean? Him as like, him trying to save the squirrel for some reason doesn't feel silly. Like, it's like that's something he would do. You were even talking about how like how like, oh, he's trying to save the monster and the gang's trying to get.
Yeah.
That's something he would do. It feels genuine to me. I think Nathan Fillion as Guy Garner is amazing.
It's kind of funny.
He's the best.
Dude, you have a harem? Like that's funny. Like that lines like that or whatever is really
the girl who
made
played
me chuckle.
Right. I believe her name is Isabella Mercer. I believe I could be wrong on that one. She plays Hot Girl. She's fucking so good. I like Mr. Terrific's awesome. I like Lex Luthor is fantastic.
I like Nicholas Holt's portrayal of Lex Luthor.
So good.
He's actually what I'm excited for. One thing they don't do with Lex Luthor is they put him in the power suit, but like I think we're gonna get the power suit and it'll be like Nicholas Hoult. Dude.
I think that's how
what I want. Yeah.
So the next movie's supposed to be Brainiac, which I'm excited about, and I can see
Luthor Superman team up, but he needs a power suit, and it's like this Luthor is capable of me. I can sense that he's got multiple things working on. Like he's working on many different things, and I'm into. Actually, I would say he's probably my favorite on-screen Lex Luthor.
I agree.
Right, so it's like this movie is doing good things, especially even for a comic book movie. Like this is a good comic book movie, man.
Yeah,
like, this is well made.
And then who's Metamorpho is fucking awesome in it.
Okay. It's cool to see. Here's the thing. I like Metamorpho, like from the comic books. How he's done in this, they make him like softer than how cool he is in the comic books. Like, the main, like he's like an adventurer. Like he's an action man. Like he doesn't. He just how they chose to portray him in this is he's more timid and weak, and like Metamorpho in the comics isn't that. So it's like whatever.
I think he's cool in the movie.
It's cool to have him. Also, Metamorpho can't really make kryptonite, but like that's whatever. You take liberties. Like it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No, I like the movie a lot. I think it's fun. It's a fun comic book movie.
It's good. Now, okay, can I just say, is it like, you think we're done with superhero movies though? Like, is it like, are we like, is everyone like, even if this was like a couple of years ago, it would have made a lot more money or whatever? Is it like, are we actually exhausted?
Oh yeah, we're very exhausted. I think Marvel has been riding on this like, oh, we could just remake the same movie over and over and over again and make $1 billion. And I think Doctor Strange might have been the last one. I feel like there's a lot of shows that are trying to do it and they're not working, where it's just like the same Iron Man formula. We're just gonna keep doing it over and over. You know what I mean? Like,
you're talking the first Doctor Strange?
Yeah, the first Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? The first, like they're all trying to do this like origin story formula, and it worked for a bit. And I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like they're not doing really interesting things with the movies. I will say Doctor Strange 2 was fucking awesome. I thought that was doing something cool.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I think with Doctor Strange, the first one, you kind of, unfortunately, you're obligated if you feel like you need to tell an origin story. You did like a Tony regurgitation maybe or whatever. Like, because I remember that being a criticism. It's like, what, Tony Stark? Like, but it's like, dude, every hero, like Thor even, they all have to fall and they have to pick themselves back up again, right? I think Multiverse of Madness is wacky and exciting.
One. I like that one. But even Thunderbolts, I felt like it was another like, we're just doing the same shit we've been doing.
You know what? With Thunderbolts, okay, so it's like
fucking Brave New World, another one. I'm like, we're just doing
get me started
bullshit.
On Brave New
like
World. Brave New World. Oh my god. Okay, Brave New World's a problem, but like Thunderbolts was at least a good. I think actually of the 3 Marvel movies that came out this year, Thunderbolts was the best of them.
It was the best of them, but it wasn't really all that good. It was okay.
It was okay. It was better than most of the. Okay, the last bit of Marvel that came out, a lot of it was garbage, and I think Thunderbolts was like, just because it was like semi decent, everyone went like they want to like the Marvel movies again, but the last couple haven't been good. And Thunderbolts, if it's even mid, is like an exciting thing, and that's I think what was sad for me is like Thunderbolts was still not even like quite as good as like some of the earlier Marvel movies, right? So it's like, but it was promising. Because it's like, oh, maybe they can get back there. And, like, I had hope, dude. After Thunderbolts, I'm like, bro, Fantastic Four is going to rock. And, like, Fantastic Four, it's not on our list. Not on our list either. Right? So it's like, it didn't rock. It was actually, like, I felt like in some ways it was doing what Superman did. Like, oh, wow, this is so comic book. Like, Galactus, are you kidding me? This is so cool. But you're like, yeah, but, like, I don't know. You know what? The next one will be good. Maybe if Galactus comes back again, like that one will be better than like what we like. As I don't know. I wonder if the filmmakers are even exhausted. Like, can they even tell a good superhero story anymore? Maybe we need some time away. Like, I don't like next year, like this year coming, we got a Spider-Man movie. We got a lot of superhero movies coming still. And like, I'm curious to see if we get a repeat of like last year where it's like, well, you know what? This isn't actually doing so well. People don't care anymore. And you're like, but.
Yeah, just do one. Just do one. I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever. That's good.
All right, moving on. Yeah, let's talk about The Long Walk.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Stephen King adaptation. We did a podcast on this one recently too. I liked this movie a lot. What did you think?
Yeah, I did too.
This was high on my list. This was very high on your list, actually.
Yeah, it was. And I think ultimately, without like, may I? Let's just plot synopsis.
Go ahead.
Okay, so dystopian future. Much like if you're familiar with the Hunger Games, where they get like people from all over the districts to compete in like crazy, ridiculous games. This one's way more tame. Everybody gets like a little wristwatch, and they're just measured to make sure that they're keeping a pace of, what is it, 3 kilometers?
I believe it's 3 kilometers.
Yeah, a pace
of 3
of
miles.
Yeah, okay, right. It's American. Yeah, 3 sorry, we're Canadians, so it's like 3 miles an hour is like the walking pace at which you're expected to maintain. But they walk you, and if you drop below a certain thing, you get like a warning.
Yeah,
and then
you get 2 warnings, and then the third one is...
they kill you, and you play until there's one person left. So now it becomes this like you're surrounded by like 50 kids, right? Like it's like one from every American state.
Yeah.
And this thing is televised. This event is televised for people all around the country to boost morale, much like the Hunger Games would have. So it's like sci-fi dystopia, but like it's very like, what is this like? This is a couple years in the future. Like, is this like where? Like, when does this take place?
It
right?
It felt like in the past.
Right.
Like
an alternate.
The cameras and shit felt retro, and like everything felt retro. It felt like just like an alternate reality or something.
Definitely.
But it also, I think, it takes place in the future just because it's like a very like authoritarian. Is that totalitarian future? I'm trying to think of the right word. But it's very like they're not allowed to listen to music. They're not allowed to like listen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like it's very like government, like Big Brother, like you know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe it's so far in the future, it's like retro now. You see what I'm saying?
I get. It's like what's
because I think it's after a war, right? They say
they allude to that, right? And that's
it
too. It's like a lot of your stuff, you're just getting like pieces from what people are talking about to help you build like this. Oh, what is like? Where does this actually take place? So I like that because it's also for me. There's a point when I realized. That this movie is actually kind of like a metaphor for life, right?
Yeah.
Like we all walk, we all have a journey to go on, and there's a point where we're not going to be here anymore. And oh man, can I? It gets further in the movie. It's like a spoiler or whatever. But one of the characters, he just says like, "Look, okay. Oh, well, I should say at the end, the winner gets whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Right too. So the one you kind of as you're learning who the characters are or whatever, certain people confide in one another and they say this is what I want at the end or whatever. But the one character, he says like, I just want to go to my father's house. Like I want to be in my father's house or whatever. And like it hit me immediately. I'm like, whoa, wait, which father? Like, are you talking like the Godfather, like God, or like your dad's house? And he's being literal. Like he's talking about I want to be my dad. Like I want my father to accept me.
Yeah. And
like I want to have a seat at his table. And I go, oh my goodness, this movie's a metaphor for my journey in life. Like we all are walking like a walk, and it's like, how are you gonna react to when there's a hill or when there's hardship around you, when people around you are dying, right? Like all that stuff. So it's like, it was a movie that like I wasn't sure if I was gonna really like this, but it makes me emotional even thinking about it now, and I think it's a very important movie that a lot of people I think will overlook.
Yeah.
So.
Directed by Francis Lawrence, who you brought up earlier. He did the
Hunger Games movies.
He did the Hunger Games movies.
He's a shoo-in.
It's like, fuck it. We're just going to get him to do like a Hunger Games rip. Here's the thing. It's not really a Hunger Games ripoff because this is based off a Stephen King novel that came out a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So, which I read when I was in high school. And I remember like thinking I would love to see a movie of this, but how do you make a bunch of kids walking interesting? And they made it fucking interesting.
Did it translate well? Like, was it a good adaptation or what?
It was a good. I think it was a good adaptation. Yeah.
Yeah.
They obviously took some liberties with like the ending and stuff like that, but like that's all I'll say. But
you without spoiling it, you've told me what the difference is already. Like, and I like both endings.
Okay.
And I like how this movie chooses to end it still too, because it's what I would ask for too at the end. That's okay. No spoiling.
even going on the actors, Cooper Hoffman's amazing.
He's really good.
He's
in it.
so good.
Yeah.
He was in Licorice Pizza a couple years ago, and I think that's kind of like his big break, if you ask me. Son of late Philip Seymour Hoffman, who we talked about earlier with Mission Impossible.
Yeah, so good. It's cool to see lineage too. Like even Jack Quaid, right? Like we're actually at a point now where like the actors we grew up with, we're watching their like spawn.
Yeah,
now do
actually,
their
isn't that
thing.
crazy?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's exciting though, because it's like, man, I want the notoriety, the fame that Hoffman, like Philip Seymour Hoffman, got from like doing good roles. I want that for his son too.
Yeah,
I want that
too.
for Jack Quaid. Like so, it's like that's kind of exciting.
I agree. And then I believe his name's David Johnson.
David Johnson.
David Johnson
and
plays
without
Peter.
an H, so I'm not sure if it's Johnson, but I've heard it pronounced Johnson.
Okay.
And I don't know how he pronounces it, but I say David Johnson.
He's spectacular in the movie. He's so good. As just like the Rock. I don't know how else to say it. He's like anytime a character's having a meltdown, he's the character that's like
they lean on him.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay. Yeah. And it's like he's such like I don't know, he's a fantastic character. I think he's a fantastic actor in the movie, especially coming off of last year. He was an Alien Romulus.
I liked him in Romulus
he was
too.
Great.
Like, look, he's got to do. There's the one line I didn't like. He delivered the famous.
I was right about
line.
to say the bitch.
Like,
it's cringeworthy. That's the only thing.
But that's like,
yeah.
I feel like that's a checklist thing that he had to do.
Yeah.
But I really liked his performance as a robot,
as
like Android or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought he did really
so good
on my radar since that, and I was happy to see him in this.
Opposite ends of the spectrum, if you ask me. Like him as the android is so like it's such a different character, like because
autistic
as
almost,
the
right?
as the android, he's supposed to be very like cold and very calculated, and as Peter, he's the opposite. He's very warm. He's very like inviting and very like cool and like likable and very like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he owns it. He's so good. Mark Hamill as the villain always plays an amazing
It's so
villain.
cool to
Come
see
on
him
now.
back. I was like, I think it's cool that Mark Hamill, despite like, okay, he will forever be Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah,
right.
I mean,
but like he's still an actor, and I want to see him in things. So I don't care. Like, so I'm happy to see him.
Agreed.
And also shout out Judy Greer.
Oh, I love Judy Greer. She's so good.
She gives it all the time, and then this time being like the mother of like the boy who's out. Was it Cooper?
It's Cooper Hoffman's,
Hoffman's mom or whatever. So it's like she's not happy that he's in the thing or whatever. So she does a really good job when we see her or whatever and stuff like that. So
she's really good.
Yeah, it's good. It's funny. Okay, so when this movie came out, there was a promotion that they did, and I don't know how. Like I didn't see any of it or whatever, but they had apparently a theater where they screened it for some people, but they weren't sitting. They were all on treadmills, walking like 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it's like part of me wants to revisit this movie, but not sitting comfortably. I want to actually see if I could watch the whole movie walking 3 miles, not kilometers, 3 miles an hour, and see if I could maintain like the pace of the whole movie. So that's like that's a challenge I have for myself. That's it.
There's a moment in the movie. It's before the opening credits, before they even show like the title card.
Oh,
it's like it says like something like mile 10 or something because they calculate the miles as the movie goes on.
Yeah,
how many miles and hours it's been. Yeah. So it's like mile 10 or something, 1 hour in, whatever it was. Or no, that's impossible. It's like 3 hours, whatever it is. And
early.
I leaned over to my sister, to Ash, and I was like, I'd be dead already. Like that's. That's because like I could not do this fucking treadmill challenge, bro. Like I'd love to say it, but I'm like, nah.
That's okay. I'll let you know because I don't even know. Like I'm like I hit the treadmill every once in a while at the gym, but like I'm not like I don't know if I could do like a whole like we'll see. But that's so funny. Actually, I will say too, this movie doesn't hold back. Like they're showing you the kills, dude. Like this movie isn't it's not gonna be like, oh, that guy maybe a guy dies off screen, maybe, but there's 50 kids here and like you watch the murders happen. So it's like it's not like, oh, this is fun or whatever. This is like the stakes are real. Like you get a good idea of like there's only gonna be one of these guys at the end, and that's like that's kind of scary, dude. Like that's like it's a weird like it's not scary like in the sense that there's a monster in this movie, but like this game that everyone's bought into, this dystopia, like it's I don't know, it's
I agree. No,
yeah,
I agree.
it's worth watching. Go check it out. I'll let you know if I can complete the challenge or not. Let's see if I can watch it the whole time. Let's see if I can maintain it. What's that?
We're going to switch it up a little bit to something a little more lighthearted. I'd like to talk about the Naked Gun remake.
Ooh, actually, you know what? Okay, let's do
I
it.
loved it.
Okay.
I loved it.
Here's the thing. I laughed more at The Naked Gun than I think any other movie this year.
Definitely.
And I think that's going to stick with me. Before I watched it, though, too, I was like a stickler. I'm like, you know what? I remember the Naked Gun movies. They were all on Netflix. So before I watched 4, I revisited 1, 2, and 3. And I think that even helped me appreciate the little subtle, like
there's so many like
even
little references.
Yeah, like Weird Al. Like Weird Al's in all of the Naked Gun movies, including
Really?
this one or whatever.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
right. So it's like Weird Al's like this through line. Like there's things that this movie is throwing back to with the other movies, and that was like that tickled me a little bit. I don't know, but like
Okay.
yeah, I don't know, dude. Okay, I will say like some jokes don't land for me, but the amount of miss versus hit overall, like,
it's fucking
just,
every like 10 seconds joke.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Dude,
And Pamela
you're right.
Anderson's bringing it. I think she's so funny.
Actually, you know what, dude? Like, I want to see her in more things too, right? Like, I don't care. Like this whole thing, like, okay, oh, she's old. She's not like valuable anymore. Like, we're done with that. Like, bring Pam back. I don't know. Like, obviously, if she wants to work, I don't know. But like, it was refreshing, and I don't know. Like, again, too. Okay, we were talking about this the other night, but I feel like right now there is like a resurgence of the 90s.
Yeah.
And like this is like prime 90s. Like Pamela Anderson, are you kidding me? Like Naked Gun movie, like this is all like
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I agree. No, I agree with 1000%.
it's I don't know. So, but yeah.
Liam Neeson's awesome as too, as like
yeah.
as
I
like
agree.
the role, as the same role. So
Serious?
I couldn't even go ahead.
Oh yeah, serious, but everything else around him is goofy.
That's it. Like
Regardless.
he's so insanely serious. That's what makes it amazing. Yeah, no, I couldn't even give you a synopsis if I wanted to. Like, it's just like it's just
Okay.
like
Oh,
a
no, no.
spoof of a cop movie. I know.
Yeah, but there's still a thing. So it's like pretty much what it comes down to is it's Frank Drebin's son.
Yeah.
It's like Liam Neeson. So it's Junior.
It's all of their sons.
Yeah, so yeah.
One of my favorite scenes is all of them because he's like looking at the picture of his father and he's like, "I want to make you proud," and then it cuts to his partner who's looking at the picture of the partner and he's like, "I just want to make you proud, Dad," and he keeps going further and further.
And we
down.
get to OJ.
Yeah.
OJ's photo makes an appearance, and I thought that was good. And then his son's like, nah.
So there's a joke in an early Naked Gun movie like where they're like, "All right, let's take some pictures and get out of here," and then they take the pictures off the wall and they leave, which I think is just a stupid joke. They do something similar in this one that I think is so funny, where she walks into the office and they're like, "Do you want to take a chair?" And she's like, "No, I have plenty at home, thanks." And then, and then
she ends up
and
taking
then at the
one.
very end, she's like, "You know what? I will take a chair." And she just like drags this chair all the way. It's so funny. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
This movie's dumb. It's so dumb.
Dude, if you're no, well, this is it too. It's like if you're expecting something logical or like you want like a cop drama, there's 10 of those.
Mm-hmm.
There's 10 of those. But it's like this whole like what the Naked Gun movies were about was just like how can we just like make you question whatever's going to come next. You're not even sure what's going to happen next. You don't know, right? So it's like even the opening, I didn't like the fact that he was like a little girl.
I love it. I think it's so funny.
I thought
It's
that
so
was
stupid. Like
that was stupid. I didn't like that one, but like then him like they put the gun in his face and he bites it and then he rips it or whatever and it breaks. And
I
you're
love
like,
it.
what?
He like grabs the dude and it's so obviously a dummy and they're like just firing whole machine gun clips and it's so stupid. I loved it. I was like, so me and my dad watched it together randomly on his birthday.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna be honest. So like he had a surprise party and I was in charge of keeping him busy until the surprise was ready. So he was like, "What are we doing?" I'm like, "We're gonna watch a movie." He's like, "What? Like, what are we talking about?" Like,
You have to stay in this room. You can't leave.
Yeah. He kept saying like, "I'm gonna go home." I'm like, "No, you gotta stay at the end." He's like, "Why?" It was so funny. But yeah, no, we watched it together. Oh,
good.
so funny.
Actually, I feel like maybe it is like it's a lineage thing, but I feel like my dad would also appreciate this movie too because he's the one who introduced me to the other ones, right?
Yeah,
like I watched them through him, right? So but like, I think a good belly laugh is in order. Like it's kind of good medicine. So I think Naked Gun is good medicine. Honestly, dude, it's not like if you're looking for something like highbrow or whatever, you have those things. But if you want to just laugh consistently and be like, this is absurd, what's happening? Even though, the one joke, it's like he eats too many chili dogs or whatever, but it's the body cam footage. He's trying to find a bathroom or whatever. I'm like, that's kind of weird, but it's like I'm laughing. I'm just laughing because it's him like himself, his self talk, like tells you you're an idiot. Like I don't know. It got me giggling like I am now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Highly recommend if you're looking to just laugh a lot.
Funny movie.
Yeah.
It's like there aren't a lot of comedies these days, and it's a very funny movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right though. And it's like, is the comedy not worth it anymore? Like for a studio, like they don't want to do it. They don't want to spend that. Like it's not all like a little bit of money, but it's not like 250 million superhero movie money. Like there's an average whatever. It's
in
like,
90s, early 2000s, they were spending $50 million for a comedy. You know what I mean? American Pies, Jay Silent Bob Strike Back was like $40 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
can we get back to that?
Can we just even fucking a $5 million fucking comedy, like, you know what I mean? Like even that, like, you can do, like, I don't know. I had a lot of fun. It's it's directed by, I believe his name's Akiva Schaffer. I could be wrong.
That's right.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
It's one of the Lonely Island trio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lonely Island.
Good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know the one.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah, I know Samberg.
Jorah something. Yeah, and then Akiva Schaffer's the third one.
Okay.
Anyway, but it's the same people who did Popstar.
Okay.
One of Ashley's favorite movies.
Which actually, Popstar is actually a gem.
Yeah.
So it's like
another fantastic comedy. So if you want to laugh, it's a good one. It's a fun one. All right, moving on.
Check it out.
We're gonna move on to one of yours. We're gonna complete right turns.
From comedy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about The Ugly Stepsister.
Ooh. Okay. Yes.
I did not watch this.
Okay.
I have it. I meant to watch it. I just didn't. Although you've been talking this movie up. Like every time I see you, you're like, you see Ugly Stepsister yet? I'm like, no, not yet.
Yeah.
I even have it. I just haven't watched it yet. Go ahead.
It is. It's a foreign film. Oh, I don't even know. I feel like I want to say Norwegian, but I might that might be wrong or whatever.
Okay.
So it's foreign language film, but it's a retelling of the Cinderella story. But you're following one of the ugly stepsisters. Like it's her story, right? So it's Cinderella, but they're like in society at that time, women were like bred or groomed to just kind of try to marry the prince or whatever. So it's like the ugly stepsister who clearly is in like the same house as like the Cinderella girl, who's like way prettier or whatever, is just her struggle to just become just as pretty or whatever. But like she goes about it the wrong way, we'll say.
Okay.
And so things like ingesting a tapeworm, probably not a good idea, but it'll make you skinnier.
I mean,
It's just you got to know when to like get it out, So it's like okay, but it's a retelling of Cinderella with like a little gore and like really impressive makeup effects. So I don't know if people know about the original like Cinderella story, but the stepsisters, in order to fit into the shoe, cut their toes off.
Oh,
that's in this.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
and it's I don't know what to say other than it's scary, and it's like that's like if I was gonna attempt to cut my toes off, which I never would, that's probably what it would look like. It wouldn't be a clean chop. It would be haggard, and there would be a lot of blood, and like I feel like this movie, though nominated for makeup, may not win. It deserves it.
Okay.
I think for just the amount of practice, like what they're doing to like this poor woman to just get her to look pretty, it's not the way you're supposed to do it, girls, and like they know that. Like that's like so that like they're embellishing. So it's like I don't know. I recommend it. It's body horror, but mixed with Cinderella. Okay. And in the best way. And it was one of those movies where like I'm literally like there's points where I have my hand like I'm doing like this, the cage with both hands over your face. You're like or like I can't look because it's so it's kind of like I don't know. Did you see The Substance? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was last year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's on the same level as The Substance as far as like what it's doing for body horror, I think. But it's also got the Cinderella angle. So I feel like there's this weird like mass appeal for women who like I don't know, like everyone, like every
like
girl
a fairy
wants,
tale,
yeah, right. Every girl wants to look pretty. Every girl wants a Prince Charming or whatever. It's like, what extent are you willing to go to get your Prince Charming or whatever? And I'm not gonna say much more. Highly recommend it.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
Check it out. I couldn't tell you any of the actors' names, but I think everyone's bringing it still. Like I don't know any of these actors, but like I should probably know that. But like, the ugly stepsister, the one I don't know if I forget her name, even like the character name. she's a good actress. She's doing a lot. But even the Cinderella, like I'm impressed with her. Everybody's good in it.
Okay.
But I couldn't pronounce one of their names to save me.
All right, moving on to a movie that made me feel the exact same way that you were talking about. The whole like, there's a particular scene where I'm like, ooh, I don't even want to look at this.
Cringe inducing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
kinda
yeah,
wave,
yeah.
But you're like still entertained.
I kind of want to talk about Bring Her Back.
I haven't seen it, but I love the Philippou brothers. Tell me all about it.
So
is it good?
I thought it was really good. I wasn't as good as Talk to Me. I thought Talk to Me was a very, very good movie.
Okay, so did I.
Bring Her Back, it's good though. It's like, it's another one that's hard. It's hard. I have to dance around spoilers, right? But what it's about is this this brother sister. She is blind.
Okay.
And and he's a little older. He's like probably almost. I feel like he's almost 18. He's like pretty much on the way out of like aging out of like an adoption situation. But anyway, the whole premise of the movie is they live with their dad. Their dad dies. And they get adopted by this social worker.
Okay.
Played by, I was going to say Sally Field, but that's not her name. It's Sally something. It's the girl from The Shape of Water.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to remember her name. But anyway. So they get adopted by her. And that's why I'm kind of saying, like, I feel like he's almost out of that situation. But it's one of those things where, like, she was, like, not going to take him, but the daughter would only go
if he comes to.
If he comes to.
They're a pair.
Exactly,
You can't break up the set.
So it's about them kind of living in this house, and there's another kid that's adopted who's kind of weird. Mute, it's not saying being mute is weird, but I'm just saying, like, the shit this kid does is weird. Like, doesn't speak, it's just odd, like, the stuff the kid does. It's just a weird kid, right? There's the scene that I was thinking about that's, like, cringe-inducing is there's a scene where the mom, that's the adopted mother, I want to say she drives the daughter somewhere. So anyway, the boy and the adopted boy are left alone together.
Okay.
And the boy, I want to say his name's Andy, the older kid. So we'll just call him Andy from here on out. But it's like, so Andy's like, hey, are you hungry? Like, do you want some food? Because the kid, they never see him like eating or anything. It's kind of weird. So he like cuts a mango for himself and then puts it in his mouth, and he cuts a mango for him and then puts it on the end of the knife and like hands it to him. But then the kid doesn't say anything, so he like looks over at something else, and he looks back, and the kid is eating the mango, but he's eating the knife. So like he keeps crunching on the knife, and it's like going through his gums and stuff. And it's like, and of course the kid's like, holy fuck, what the shit? And then he like calls the ambulance, but he's trying to get him to the hospital, and then the kid starts having a seizure. And it's like a weird. So
what's the deal? Is he possessed?
So
sorry,
I can't get too much into it, but that's all I could really say without getting too much into it. Let's just say the kid's off. There's something very off about this household.
Okay.
And there's a reason why she adopted these kids. You know what I'm saying? It gets to like it goes to some places.
Okay. I can already kind of see where it's headed.
Yeah.
I feel like Talk to Me was so scary for me.
Yeah.
That I don't think I was ready for another scary movie. I'm kind of waiting for Street Fighter, but the Philippou brothers they're off it. Like they
didn't do it. Yeah, they were going to.
I heard they were attached, but I don't know how much creative tissue they kept before they were off it or whatever.
Yeah.
Those guys, I watched them on Rogan. Those guys are so hyper. Dude, I don't know how they sit still. Like I don't know.
It's like they do this weird thing where they like, not weird. I mean, it is weird, but they like throw themselves in front of cars.
Yeah, that was their whole thing. They like the one for
fucking
sure.
Crazy.
And they did MMA fighting. One of them did too. Or
yeah,
whatever.
the same one who like jumps in front of cars and stuff.
Right. So it's like good for them. Like if they're pretty much YouTube stuntmen or whatever, that's how they got their start. Go for it.
Yeah, they're Australian, so this movie's also Australian.
Okay.
Just like Talk to Me was.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it a lot. It was a movie that I couldn't wait for. And then when it finally ended up on, I want to say I rented it in the end on iTunes, and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking pay some bucks for it, and I was not disappointed. I really liked it a lot.
Good.
So I enjoyed that one. Moving on, another one of mine. It's just this one's very low on my list, but I really enjoyed it. It's very rare that I watch a movie more than once. So we talked about Wake Up Dead Man. I watched twice.
Yeah.
There's another movie that's on the list that I've watched 3 times. It's my favorite movie of the year, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
I've watched Fight or Flight a couple of times. You see this movie?
Oh, I haven't yet, but it's on. Like I've seen it advertised to me recently. How is it? I know
It's
Josh
so
Hartnett's
fun.
in it.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett's awesome in it. It's just a fun action flick, and it's like a. So the guy who directed John Wick is it?
Is it David Leitch?
Yeah.
He did the
no,
Fall Guy.
no. Yeah, the guy who did the Fall Guy.
Yeah, okay.
And he did like Bullet Train, and he did like,
Yeah.
and like Deadpool 2. He's kind of started this like, the way action movies are shot. Everything's kind of like action movies. All action movies are kind of shot like that now. I don't know how else to say it. And this movie is a victim of that. Okay. Where it's like, it kind of feels like one of those movies. But if you like those movies, it's a great version of it.
You know what? Recently, I revisited The Fall Guy. Even
cool. It just showed up on Netflix.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So it's like I'm like, oh yeah, and then like watching it again, maybe more for like the stunt where like Mission Impossible. It's like, oh, I see what this is. Actually, I like the opening title too. His production company. It's like everything you could possibly want. Like the opening title, there's like some moving thing, but there's like a billboard in the background, and it's like a quote. Everything you could possibly want is on the other side of pain.
Oh, okay.
Right, or whatever. It's just like you got to go through the pain to get like to what you want or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's such a stuntman mentality. I feel like it's like so. It's like that's like a promise even before the movie happens. Anything that he's attached to, I know the stunts are gonna be a huge driver of whatever it is. So it's like that sounds cool. So, what's it about?
So synopsis.
Yeah.
Okay. So what it's about is, so this, I think it's the CIA or the FBI, whoever, some government organization.
Some acronym.
Yeah. They're trying to track down this like assassin or like this like big political figure, like this like secret hacker or something. I'm trying to remember exactly. And they almost they're called the Ghost. Like this person.
Okay.
So, they almost got him in a warehouse, but then they got away.
Ooh, okay.
But they got injured. They took a bullet because on the camera, it's like blurred out so you can't see them.
Okay.
But you could see the trail of blood behind them. So they're like, they obviously got injured.
Yeah.
And they tracked it to the airport. And they know for a fact that this person is on a plane from I believe Thailand to the United States, I believe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. So they're like, we need somebody on that plane. Like to get them. But they're like, all of our assets are out of town. Nobody can make it in time. And then the girl played by Katie Sackhoff, who's like the part of the government organization, she's like, we do have one person. And it's Josh Hartnett, who was like disavowed years ago and was left to die in Bangkok. Oh. And he's like pretty much an alcoholic who like, he's just fucking, you know what I mean? Like just pretty much dying. You know what I mean? He's just been, and
he's wasting his life away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what it's about is he gets a call from her and he's like, you go fuck yourself. And she's like, no, listen, if you can get the Ghost, we will lift your band, like your flying band, whatever it is, your travel band, so you could go home. So he's like, all right, I'll do it. But of course, it's been years. He's fucking
rusty.
Yeah, he's so rusty.
Oh,
he's
fun.
Like,
okay.
So he goes on the plane, and what it is, so I mean, I'm kind of getting ahead of it a little bit. You don't find out for probably 20 minutes, we'll say. So this is the 20-minute mark, we'll say. You find out that everybody else on the plane are from different countries, and they all realize that the Ghost would be on this plane. So everybody else on the plane is an assassin.
Oh.
And they're all trying to get the Ghost.
Is it on
I want to say it's on Paramount or something. Okay. It's on a streaming service.
No, sorry. Is it all? Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. That's good.
Sorry.
Is it all? Does a majority of the movie take place on the plane?
The whole movie takes place on a plane. Whoa, sorry, that's important. Okay. That's important. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, that's important. So he gets on the plane, and then he gets attacked by a random dude, and he's like, "Why the fuck did this person attack me?" And then he realized when he checked his phone that like, I want to say it's his face. They're like, follow this guy because he knows who it's like. So it's like
everybody followed him.
It's one of the, not everybody's an assassin, but majority of people
there's
on
a lot of people. Yeah, you don't know who to trust.
Because it's like a double. It's like a double-decker plane.
Ooh.
Where there's like the rich people on the top and like the business coach, whatever the fuck, on the bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like a lot of assassins are on this plane. So it starts out pretty tame, and then it gets fucking crazy by the end of it.
Okay.
When it's just like dozens of assassins trying to kill him, and he's just fucking going ham on him. It's so fun. It's just such a fun movie.
Good.
Josh Hartnett, I love the fact that he's coming back. He's so good. Yeah,
I do think he is a good actor, and I'm fine if you want to be like, hey, I'm done with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it is exciting to see you come back, and I hope it's on good terms, or it's like it's movies you want to do maybe right or now. Like it's like I remember hearing an interview with him where it's like early on in his career he did feel pressure.
Okay.
Like it's like, oh, do I do this movie or do that? And like big decisions, like do I take this movie or that movie or whatever? And he's like, I needed help, or I need to make sure I got people in my corner, and maybe sometimes if I don't, that means I got to get out. So it's like, I'm happy he's back. I hope he's got the right people. This movie sounds exciting. It sounds kind of like what was that, like Air Force One a little bit? Like it takes place on a plane, like that idea of like it's contained within like and it makes also sense with the title, right? Like
it's pretty
good.
much smoking aces on a plane. It's so fun. Cool. I loved it.
All right.
I thought it was fun.
I'm gonna check it.
I watched it twice. I want to say I watched it twice.
Okay.
I definitely watched it twice for sure. I'm trying to remember if I watched it the third time. But I don't think I finished it the third time. But anyway, we're gonna move on. But yeah, fun. A title that's very much like Fight or Flight. We're gonna talk about One Battle After Another.
Oh, it took place on a plane?
Yeah. What was there? I feel like there was a plane. There had to be a plane scene, right? No, maybe not. Terrible segue. Terrible segue.
It's okay though. One Battle After Another though. Like I feel like this is
the movie of the year. Everybody keeps talking about this is the movie that's going to win.
You think it'll win Best Picture?
I think it's going to win Best Picture.
Yeah, I kind of hope so. Actually, I do.
I will say, because I also did a podcast on this one, me and Ash, so shout out that if you want to listen to a little more in-depth conversation of it. But
check it out.
I will say I was a little disappointed with this one. I love Paul Thomas Anderson.
Right. What about this one disappointed you?
I don't know what I was expecting. I just feel, I don't know. I don't really know if he was playing it too safe, or I don't know if maybe the movie was just too like disjointed or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand what the appeal is. Like why so many people are like, this movie's amazing. I'm like, oh, of all the Paul Thomas Anderson movies that have ever come out, I'm surprised this is the one that everybody's like, this is the movie. You see what I'm saying?
Do you think his other movies would always get like not overlooked, but it's just like people wouldn't get so excited about them?
Maybe.
I don't know. Like There Will Be Blood, like for an example,
is a masterpiece.
Yeah, but like that's stuff I realized like later. Like at the time, I don't think anyone's like, oh my goodness, There Will Be Blood is like obviously there's people, but like this is different. I think maybe because of like its subject matter. Definitely, I think people want to get behind like this left or right.
It's like
movement.
Revolutionary, like fuck the government
like,
kind of
right,
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And like right now, like topically, I think it's very relevant.
Sure.
Like this whole idea that like okay, you have ICE agents like gunning people down or whatever because they have PTSD or whatever that nonsense is. Like, are you training your people or whatever? Like that's like heavy stuff. So like I get why. Oh, like look, I don't trust our government. Like, I think we should have a revolution or whatever. Like, it's on people's minds. So to see this, like, acted out is kind of, like, cathartic maybe for people. Or, I don't know.
I will say I've only seen the movie once. I probably should have watched it again. I might actually watch it again because it's on a bunch of shit, so I could watch it again.
Yeah. Well, I was going to use your line. I was like, I think it's a little too long. Like, it's like from earlier.
It is a little long. You know, and here's the thing, right? Like, I actually like the central plot of the movie. The plot... I mean, so synopsis. So, Leonardo DiCaprio plays a revolutionary, like a freedom fighter.
He's a bomb expert.
Yes,
too,
so he's an explosive expert that never comes into play later. I was waiting the whole movie for that to come into play.
To like rewire a bomb or something.
Or
like that.
something.
Yeah, you know, good point. Yeah.
I was like, what's the point? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
fine.
And so he gets mixed up with a girl, and they have a kid together. And what ends up happening is they get like found out. I guess they get and then
the revolution that they're a part of, like the revolutionary party that they're part of, has to break up, and then that means their breakup too, pretty much.
Exactly. So it's about him and the kid going on the run, and then and it's like a lot of his friends die, and the mom pieces, and that's it. And then it cuts forward, I think like 18
There's
years,
a time
say,
jump.
like 15, 16 years.
The baby girl is grown into like an adult now or whatever, or she's like 18 or whatever.
Right.
She's becoming a woman, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
so we're about a half an hour into this movie at this point when the plot starts, and we're just like, okay. And what the plot of the movie is they get found. So they've been under falsified names and shit like that for however many years. And at this point, he's not a freedom fighter anymore. He's just a stoner.
Yeah,
he's just a stoner dad.
And he's not capable like he once
not
was.
even a little
He's
bit.
out of his element, dude. Like
and then what it's about is that the guy that was hunting them in the beginning of the movie finds him.
Yeah,
and played by Sean Penn, who is a pretty fantastic villain. Actually,
I like him. I like him a lot. Actually,
he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. He's an absolute monster, but he's doing a lot in this movie. Sean Penn is. So then the whole movie is like, the daughter goes missing, and it's about Leonardo DiCaprio trying to find the daughter. That's like the whole movie. And then Benicio del Toro's in it. He plays the daughter's sensei, so he like asks him for help because he's also like. Benicio del Toro plays a freedom fighter currently, and so like he helps. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I liked the movie. I was really surprised that everybody else liked the movies. I mean, like, everybody else liked the movie a lot more than I did. But it's on your list, so you go ahead. Sorry,
yeah, okay.
I'll let you.
So it's like, okay, I think why I like the movie, to me, it felt, and too, there's like a clue at the beginning too, because it's like they track it down. Like this revolutionary group is like fictitious, right? It's not a real group, but where they clock the time period is around like the Obama like era of politics, and this is somebody else's like examination of the movie, but like after like studying it a little bit more and like revisiting certain like parts of the movie. I only watched it once and then revisited like chunks of it or whatever, but I'm like, okay, I can see what they're going for. It's Paul Thomas Anderson's comment on like politics is just that both sides kind of suck.
Yeah.
And like the real people that are affected are like your bystanders. So it's like Bob, like Leonardo DiCaprio, and like the daughter are actually like, I would say, innocents in the sense that there's bad people on both the revolutionary side and like your government, like military side, that aren't likable, and the people that are the most hurt by that are the people in the center.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like to me it blows my mind, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, F the government, all this stuff sucks or whatever. It's like, well, yeah, like I get why you're like behind like the revolutionaries, but like the mom character is not actually like appealing or like in any way like a good character. And like to me this became like this anthem for people. I'm like, but bro, it's like this movie is actually not about like either side being like justified or right. Both sides are bad.
Yeah.
The people who claim to be good are bad, and the people that are obviously like terrorists and bad are also kind of like bad or whatever. So it's like, where do you end up like falling on this? And it's like, I don't know. I liked it for its political commentary, but its choices just felt like an action movie that like Paul Thomas Anderson's never made before, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, like reluctant hero but also like incompetent hero is like an interesting angle to see him kind of like fumble his way through the movie, where you would have maybe a more competent character. I felt like Leonardo DiCaprio's character was like not, it wouldn't be my first choice or second choice even, but like I still like that like he kind of is on this journey like not by his own choice. It's just like he's kind of like, I have to go save my daughter.
Sure.
And like that's what it becomes. I to me, I think where the movie shines, I just like there's an end car chase sequence that just reminds me a lot like good. Bullet, but it's not like Bullet. It's its own distinct movie. And I'm like, oh, he's making like his version of an action movie. It's not going to be like an action movie or whatever, but like this whole like politics suck. What really matters is family and like the ones you love. But he does this interesting thing too with like, you have to be able to trust the people around you, and there's like that it's like a beeper meter thing. It's like people you can trust. Like in the Revolutionary, they have like that thing that like if you get close, it goes off or
like
whatever.
Music. It's like music comes from it. Yeah,
right. And I'm like, that's kind of like a cool like plot device that kind of shows you for like people are just looking to belong to something. Even Sean Penn, like his character who's like evil, really just wants to be part of like a secret society club and is willing to do pretty much anything to like make sure it happens. You have like just these forces of like evil kind of like zeroing in on like what I don't want to call them innocent people, but like they're kind of like bystanders to like bad decisions. I don't know. So it's a weird movie.
I hear you. I do want to talk about. So you brought up incompetent. Like he's a very incompetent action hero. I will say that is a very Paul Thomas Anderson thing. Like I feel like Joaquin Phoenix from Inherent Vice, very as smart as he is and as good as a detective he is, he's very stumbling his way through like the thing. Even like Barry from Punch Drunk Love is very like he's competent, but he's also very like it's like I don't know, very like the situation is very above his pay grade. Is that for lack of a better term? I don't know. He's very like also stumbling his way through a problem, right? That's kind of a Paul Thomas Anderson thing. I will say too, so you were mentioned like the evil like organization that Sean Penn wants to become a part of.
All hail Saint Nick.
Yeah, like
it's Satan.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's Satan.
But like the second, but it's like weird because there's Christmas music all the time. So it's like it's so strange. All that
stuff. I thought
but
that
like,
stuff was so cool.
Maybe it's just me. I don't. It's possible we talked about this before, but like I'm like, did this just become a Coen Brothers movie?
Oh,
I feel
definitely. Oh yeah, but that's fine.
Even like they hire an assassin to like take care of the problem. Like this is a fucking Coen Brothers movie.
Raising Arizona.
This is Raising Arizona.
Maybe it's because I like Raising Arizona that I like this movie. I don't know. Yes, but like you're absolutely right.
Yeah, It just felt like the Coen Brothers wrote this and Paul Thomas Anderson's like, I'll direct it. It's like odd. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I fall on the side of liking the movie. I like a lot of his movies. Like there's maybe one or two of his movies I think are like, okay. But most of his movies I'm a big fan of. And it has his sense of humor and it has like a lot of the stuff that I like about his movies in it. I'm just more surprised that everybody else likes it. I think that's what I'm hung up on.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that everybody's like, yeah, this is Best Picture. I still think it's going to win. I would put money on it.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised.
Yeah. I think because the subject matter is very prevalent now in society, like it's just mirroring society a lot for people to grasp. I think that's a big factor. Cause it's like when I hear people talk about how they like the movie, I'm like, did you get that both sides suck though?
Yeah.
Like, did you get that part? Or it's like, yeah, the government, they suck. Well, it's like, like the mom was pregnant and drinking and like
firing machine guns and stuff. Firing machine guns.
I mean, maybe the kid, that's good for the kid or whatever, but it's like the mom's not good either, dude. So it's okay, you have like this spectrum of like good and evil.
I don't think there's a single thing that she does that's good.
No. So it's like
I'm trying to think of every single thing that she does, all her plot choices, related. Every single choice is a bad choice. Yeah.
Right. And like
it's very selfish. Every choice she makes is very selfish.
Right. But it's like people who are selfish in life, they don't see who they're affecting. They don't care, right? And it's like I would say Sean Penn is as selfish as her. As
fuck
she was. Right? So it's like to me that's just like either end of the spectrum. You're both assholes, and it's like the people in the middle are the ones that are affected by this. And it's like that's Bob. That's Bob and his daughter, right?
Yeah. Even like we'll move on. But
one last thing I want to say. Yeah. There is a line where he's confiding in Benicio, like right before he's about to jump out the car, where he's like, I can't do her hair, man. Right? I can't do my daughter's hair. That's actually like Paul Thomas Anderson's like real, like that's like his whole thing. Like that's like that's from his life. So it's like I do see Bob's character as like
interesting. I've never thought of that. Okay.
As a version of like Paul. Like you wrote that line in that like I'd found about that after I'd like watched the movie, but it's like, oh, Bob is Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was an interesting thing because I feel like he's saying it's like, look, that side sucks and that side sucks. I just want to be with my family. I just want to have my family. I just want to have a piece of like happiness or like peace, whatever. It's like, you kind of have to fight now, buddy. You kind of have to get like, you're kind of going to have to fight for your family now. And I like that because it's like, I'm reluctant. I don't want to go and fight a war. Are you kidding me?
Fuck that.
Right, or whatever. When I was young, I could probably do all that stuff or whatever. So it's like, I liked it. Like, but I didn't like why everyone else liked it. I don't know if everyone else got the point.
Yeah.
Right, maybe is what I'm thinking.
So
I'm like,
maybe,
yeah. Did you guys see the same movie? I don't know. But I do, man, I hope it wins. I hope he gets Best Director.
I hope he does too.
Yeah. Has he
No,
won?
because I don't think he's ever won. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. He's won screenplay. No.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not keeping track of it, but
Maybe he's never won an Oscar.
I feel like this is like he's earned it. Like this is a lifetime thing, you know? Like he has
There's-
he's
Go
an
ahead.
impressive body of work.
Yeah.
So it's like this is kind of like it or hate it, he's kind of due, you know? Like but whatever.
Something in my brain is telling me he won an Oscar for screenwriting. Something in my brain is telling me that happened.
I wouldn't doubt it. Should we Google it?
Fuck it. Let's Google it.
Okay.
I'm going to take a drink.
Okay. One other thing too, I feel like it is too long, and I feel like there's a sweet spot where the movie should end, and then it continues for a little bit longer.
I agree with that 1,000%.
But like in that extra bit that it takes too long, a specific character, the specific character gets something that I think they deserve. That is also kind of like important in the movie. So it's like I don't know where it fits. It's like it's one of those things that comes later as like an epilogue almost, but it's like they kind of deserve what came to them, I think, right? But it's like I would have liked maybe there's a certain point where it should chop, maybe tack that on or whatever, and then like cut like the rest or whatever. But like I still think he's as far as like filmmakers go, like Paul Thomas Anderson is like there's still like a caliber that he brought to this movie that may not have worked like some of his other movies did, but I still appreciate the heck out of it. Oh, also the other thing too, there was something, you remember how like the bank they rob and then they like break off in two cars? There's like shout out Chevy Uplander, not a great car, but it's one I had growing up, like of the many cars I drove, Chevy Uplander. But in 2008, roughly, they did the buyout of like all the big car companies. Ford, in which certain characters were free, they like drove away in a Ford Focus or whatever. They escaped fine. They didn't, like Ford, the car company, didn't need a bailout or whatever around like that era, but GM did, and GM was like the Uplander was the car that got caught with like all the people in it or whatever. Like this is a specific scene in the movie.
Yeah.
And someone had said, well, like that was him. Like every choice is intentional, and that was like a comment on like the politicians buying or helping like the car companies like buy themselves out. Ford didn't need help, but GM needed help or whatever. They were like investigating deep into like the meaning of like the getaway cars or whatever. And I'm like, I could see it. Like I could see like it's intentional that he chose a Ford and he chose a thing, but like.
It's almost too much. It's like
How much are you going to look into this movie?
Yeah.
Like I would love to.
I didn't even fucking clock what car it is. Like what are we even talking about? Yeah.
But it's like I do think there is political commentary here.
Sure.
I think he's fed up with politics and he's saying with this movie both sides are assholes. Both sides suck, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to win. Sorry, I'm looking this up. PTA Best Director Oscar.
No, it's just any Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
I could have looked it up while you were talking. I thought you had it.
Yeah.
I thought
no,
you had it.
I was talking or whatever. So I should have been. I thought I could talk and type and do all that stuff at the same. Oscar history. Anderson has been nominated for numerous Academy Awards throughout his career, including There Will Be Blood, Phantom Thread, but has not won a Best Director Oscar prior to 2026. But like you were asking, writing.
No. He has never won an Oscar.
Oh, okay.
I just looked it up.
You check it? Okay,
yeah, he's never won an Oscar.
Okay, well there we go. I think he's due.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, but like, it's also a body of work thing too. So, but like, Oscars aside, one battle after another, I could see how it's divisive. I liked it enough.
Sure.
I think.
No, I agree. Moving on. So this movie, I watched it the other night. Okay.
Change your life? What?
Oh man, I don't know. I really liked it. It was really fucking good. It's like tough. I feel like it's number 2 on my list. Could be number 3. I don't know. It's a movie that I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't know why this movie's working so well for me. You ever like done that? Where you're like, I just threw it on and I'm like, I don't know why this works, but it does for me. It's a movie called, I'm going to butcher it because it's French. It's a French movie called Nouvelle Vague. Is that what it is? It's a Richard Linklater movie.
What?
It's French for New Wave.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if I butchered that title. So Richard Linklater did 2 movies this year, and I almost did like a tie here because I wanted to talk about his other movie too, but it wasn't on my list.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna mention it only because this movie is significantly better than the other one. So he did another movie called Blue Moon, which I also kind of enjoyed.
Oh yeah, I think Ethan Hawke's in that one. Yeah,
Ethan Hawke's in it, but it's a biopic, but it does something interesting. It's like what it's about is it's a movie from so the main character's a writer. Okay, he like writes plays, and his whole career he had a writing partner, and his writing partner wanted to make a particular play, and he decided, I don't want to make it. He's trying to convince him like not to, but then his writing partner's like, I'm gonna write it. So he found a different writing partner. Okay. So this movie, what it's about is this guy on the opening night of his old writing partner's play with a new guy, and the play ends up being Oklahoma. Okay. Which is one of the greatest plays ever created. Like, so what it's about is this guy who kind of realizes, like, it's almost like he realizes he's holding this other guy back.
The other guy back, yeah.
And it's like, it's such an interesting, so it all takes place in a bar. While the play is going on, he shows up. It's like he's a regular at this bar. Ethan Hawke's the main guy. Bobby Carnival is like the bartender, so they have a lot of seats together. And it's just him talking to the bartender and like the patrons. And then the play ends and all of the people flood in, and it's like this after party. And I don't know, it's a very sad movie. Like, it's just like this guy kind of realizing like he's almost at the end of his career, I think. And it's just, and it also has to do with like, he has this student played by Margaret Qualley, who's much younger than he is. And he's like obsessed with her, but she like shows up and she's obviously not into him. She like has respect for him, but like not sexually, right? And it's just kind of a sad movie. But anyway, so I thought that was interesting. I thought that was an interesting movie. But that was a fine Richard Linklater movie. This French movie is fucking spectacular. So the Caesar Awards just happened, which is like the French Oscars.
Okay.
And Richard Linklater became the first American director to ever win Best Director.
Oh.
For this movie. And what it's about is, it's about the filming of the movie Breathless. Oh. I don't know if you ever saw Breathless. It's a Jean-Luc Godard movie.
Yeah, I feel like maybe, is that, I think, is there another one? It was Contempt or something like that I think I saw instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like, I've seen one, but I don't think I've seen Breathless.
Okay, so it was like his first movie they ever directed. And so the whole movie's just a behind the scenes of like the making of Breathless. But I don't know how I've never seen a movie that looks like it was filmed in like the 40s, whenever he filmed this
60s.
movie.
French New Wave was like 60s,
I feel like it was 60s too, actually.
Yeah.
I was going to say 60s, but I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. But
French New Wave is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Like for movies going after. Like there's
it looks like it though. Like they must have used the same cameras.
Definitely.
Like, it looks like it was filmed. Like it looks like Breathless.
Okay.
Like it looks like the same fucking. They got the actors look exactly the same, and it's just about him like making this movie and like, and the whole movie's in French except Zoe Deutch plays the main actress in the movie, but she's American. Okay. She can speak French, but she's lived in France for a little bit, but she's obviously American. And
fascinating,
right? And it's just like it's just him. He gets a producer to like finance it, and it's just him making. All he says is, "I want to make a movie my way," and the whole thing is like once they start production, he's just so like flying by the seat of his pants, and like he is so weirdly in control, but like nobody understands what's going on. It's like one of those movies. Like there's no script. He's just making up as he goes. Every day he shows up, he's like, and so all of the dialogue is going to be dubbed later.
Okay.
So it's just like they're filming scenes with dialogue, and the girl's like, I don't know what we're doing right now. I guess we're just talking. And he's like, I don't know either. And it's just like, but like they're gonna fill that in with dialogue later. Like it's just, and it's like they're like, and they're just filming like 2 hours a day because that's all he can write in his head. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And he's just like, all right, like he's just saying like to the camera, all right, like walk over there. All right, pull your change out. All right, say this to the person. All right. And then the guy walks out and he's like, all right, we got it. Let's go. And like the cameraman's like an old war photographer in the Vietnam War. So it had to be the 60s. Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
So he's an old Vietnam photographer. So it's like he wanted somebody that could run and gun.
Yeah.
So they got this camera that's like a film camera that can run and gun. And it's just him filming this movie. And it's like, it's the perfect companion piece to the original movie. Like watching the movie first and then watching this after, it's the perfect, like, it's almost like a behind the scenes movie. It's almost like,
but it's generated now. Like he made it now.
It
right?
looks, but it looks amazing, and it's one of those movies where I don't understand. Like, it's just fucking people making a movie, but I loved it.
Well, like I don't know, even too. Okay, so like last year we talked about Saturday Night, right?
Yeah, Saturday Night.
So
yeah.
So it's like the amount of energy that's required to make something.
Yeah.
Is fascinating if you're able to watch it. You know, like, oh wow, it's like certain actors, they want to get close to certain directors to see how they move. There is an appeal to see how somebody creates something. To like watching the process of something get made is like soothing. Almost, right.
But there's just such a like a run and gun aspect of like, and it's like every single person in the crew, one after another, start to like doubt it.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? They start to like, what are we doing here?
Right.
This is getting out of hand. And knowing from knowing film history, Breathless becomes one of the greatest movies ever created. It is one of the leading films in the French New Wave. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know that it's going to be a good movie. You know what I mean? And it's like, so it's like this interesting, like, only he knows what the movie's going to be, and he's not telling anybody. He's purposely not telling where they're going.
Yeah.
What's gonna, you know what I mean? Who the characters are. Like, it's such a
fascinating.
Yeah.
But it's also like, okay. I get that, because that's like, you're also like peeking into the method.
Yeah.
But like, that's his way, right? I'm gonna make a movie my way, right, or whatever. It's like, that's cool, but it's like, it's also not the formula. Right?
No, and that's
right?
So the producer, he's like on set and he's just like, "What are you doing?" Like, it's like, so it's like he can't figure it out because he's on financing the movie, and it's just, and the guy, I couldn't even tell you who plays the main guy, like Jean-Luc Godard. He's so like, I looked it up yesterday. He's a nobody. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. Ooh. He's so fucking good in this movie. The only big actor in the movie is Zoe Deutch.
Okay.
Who's like recognizable. You've seen her before in a million shit.
Probably.
Trying to think of anything. Fuck. She was in like Everybody Wants Some. That's how she worked with Richard.
Linklater did that one, right?
But yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Okay.
And they do a weird thing where it's like every time a new character is introduced, they do like almost like a still photo of the actor, and then it says like the character's name.
Okay.
And that started annoying me after a while. I'm like, because there's like 100 characters. You know what we're just doing this for.
Right.
But still, no. I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. It was very, very, very good.
Okay. Nouvelle Vague.
Nouvelle Vague.
Vague. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah.
But
I'm a big fan of behind the scenes documentaries.
It's what it felt like.
A behind the scenes cinematic like version of that or whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like, okay, all right, I'm in. Is it all black and white?
The whole movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's all like right. It's like, it feels like a behind the scenes feature for that movie.
Okay. Wow.
It's beautiful. It's a fucking beautiful movie. I loved it.
Okay.
Next we're going to talk about a movie. This is my personal favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
I loved the fuck out of this movie. We're going to talk about F1 a little bit.
Whoa, okay. Interesting choice. Like, okay. Hit me. But I will say this was a movie that I really liked more than I anticipated. You know, it's like, oh, wow, this movie is actually really good. But it's like, not on my radar, not excited for it. Like, when it came out, I actually saw it at the drive-in with Superman. So it's like, I watched Superman and F1, and like, I thought both were a good time. But like F1, there was something special about it that like, I think maybe it's just because it's race cars, so like, F1, so Formula One racing. So I'm that's okay.
It's race cars.
It's race cars. Yeah. Cars go fast, but like even the car at the beginning is different. Like the Porsche that he was driving was different from the Formula One or whatever. So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
it was a very cool movie, I thought. So it's like, and also the camera work on it. You had like a lot of cameras mounted on the car.
Spectacular. There's a shot in that movie where like it like is looking forward and then it does like a 180 to like the driver. Every time they do it, I'm like, that's such a cool shot. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So directed by, I believe it's Joseph Kosinski. Am I wrong?
I think that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, whoever it is, it's the guy who made Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
And And I loved Top Gun Maverick when that
Right.
movie came out. The movie was fucking awesome. So I was pretty excited for this movie. So me and my wife are big into Formula One. It's pretty much the only sport we actually follow. So like,
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I was like, oh, I'm fucking excited. She's excited for the movie. Like, so it's possible that it's just like, she also loves Top Gun Maverick. So like we both go in, we watched it at home. You know what I mean? When it came out, both love Top Gun Maverick. So we're both like excited for the movie. Brad Pitt's awesome. We both watch Formula One. You know what I mean? Like
it's checking a lot of like, oh, this is
made for us.
Yeah,
We were
right.
like,
Tailor-made.
we were like 2 or 3 drinks in. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Movie starts. Like we were like, it was made for us. Like both of us fucking, and like the more she loved it, the more I loved it, the more I loved it. She loved. You know what I mean? Like we were just bouncing off each other. It was just such a fucking awesome night. Maybe that like. I don't know. I was
the atmosphere was
yeah.
right for the
Maybe
movie
it was just
experience.
maybe it's
That's okay.
everything.
It does seem like, you know, when a movie's like it's tickling like a part of your heart where you're like, oh, I like all those things or whatever. You're like, you feel like it is made for you a little
Yeah.
bit. So it's like it's a
I have watched it I've watched it 3 times for sure. Every time I like it. So it's like like it's possible that that first night also like inspires my love for the other. I don't know. It was good. It was good.
It's good. And again, rewatchability. Like I think if you can watch it over and over again, that means it's got something that other movies don't even got.
I thought it was it was just, and it's I don't know how much of their like. It just feels like an old school movie. I don't know. So you were talking about how 90s movies, like it feels like a 90s movie.
I was trying to compare. Like, okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm not a sports fan. But I think about like sports movies of the 90s. The closest thing I could compare was The Replacements.
Oh, I love that movie.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's like you take kind of a guy who's like, you know, you did football, you did racing or whatever. Like he can do it, but like we're gonna kind of put an underdog in like the big time now, and like how is he gonna do or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, I see because I don't know how racing works, but tell me how many Formula One cars do you get to crash before you're fired?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I think 3's too many. Brad
3,
Pitt.
yeah.
3, you're fired. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like 3 strikes, you're out. Right?
I don't know,
That's
man.
it. Yeah.
There's a lot of racers who crash a lot. You know
Oh,
what
do
I mean?
they?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so I don't know. I don't
But
know.
the problem
I
is-
feel like I'm too hard on the racers then.
It's like $500,000 every time you crash a car or whatever.
You're
so
fired.
It's like,
It's 1.5 million.
yeah. But that's the thing, right? They spend so much money. Like that's the thing about Formula One. It's one of those sports where like
You got to have the money.
they're spending fucking $1 billion, right? Like,
Yeah.
like anyway, but I like this movie a lot. So so the plot of the movie, you kind of already, it's a kind of an underdog story. Yeah. So like Brad Pitt plays an old F1 racer who gets called so the whole movie, so it's again, okay. Top Gun, maybe it's just I really like simple movies. It's very possible that like maybe I just really enjoy like because
It's not a bad thing.
because we were literally talking about the other day we were talking about Mad Max Fury Road. Me and you, we were
Very simple story.
so simple,
Right.
And I felt like Top Gun Maverick also very simple. Like right off the bat, it's just like, so listen, there's some military bases, we want to blow them up. The whole movie is going to be us. We're going to train, and then we're going to blow up these missile bases. That's the whole movie.
Yeah.
And it's like they set it up right off the bat. There's a little hole. We got to fucking figure out a way to get a missile in that hole. That's like
Star
the whole.
Wars?
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Literally.
But again, also worked.
Yeah,
Oh, it's,
so simple.
Okay, yeah, right. So,
And I feel like this movie also has a very simple story. It's pretty much, Brad Pitt plays an old driver, and he has an old friend. They used to drive together. They were like technically, I don't know if they were rivals, but they were friends either way.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so he shows up. He's played by Javier Bardem. So he shows up, and he owns a race car team now. And what it is if I'm trying to remember exactly, but it's like if they lose like 10.
Was it 10 races they're out?
No. It's like I'm trying to remember exactly what it is, but it's like if it has to do with seasons.
Oh.
Like if they maybe it's 3 in a row. If they go like 3 years or 3 seasons with 0 points,
Yeah.
then it's like a part of his contract where like the board can legally like oust him,
I see.
and they could like fire him and bring in somebody else.
Okay.
So, he needs anybody to get points. That's the whole, or like, no, to win. I think it has to be win a race.
Yeah, okay.
That's the whole thing. So you have
Yeah.
to, if you don't win a race, then in like so many years, then So the whole movie is he needs somebody that can win a race. He has a young driver, because every team has 2 drivers. He has a young driver played by Damon Idris, who is very capable, very talented, but very young and inexperienced. So he just needs somebody to kind of teach him and show him the way.
The old dog has to show the new dog.
That's it. So that's what the whole movie's about. It's these two guys and one of them has to win. That's it. It's just win one race. That's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like them kind of teaching each other, you know what I mean, like their own faults and shit like that.
Yeah, well, like they're, because I remember too, like the young he's a little hot headed, and he kind of comes off abrasive, and Brad Pitt isn't trying to make himself likable either, right? So there's a big confrontation between the two. They should be teammates, but they kind of rival each other, like they fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, good conflict. I like that. I think. Okay, this one's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer.
I believe so.
Yeah, and it's like
it feels like a Jerry Bruckheimer
right,
movie.
Exactly. It was like of an era. It's like this movie was made in the 90s, it would have been the same script, I think. Nothing would change.
Michael Bay would have directed it.
Yeah, absolutely. There would have been more explosions.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
That's it. Actually, you're absolutely right. But
yeah.
I do think what fascinated me a lot about this movie was its camera work.
And, so good, yeah.
They used, I've got it, is it the DJI Ronin 4D, which is like a big, like, camera body, but the lens and sensor on like a gimbal. So you can, like, pretty much move, like you can move and you can get smooth like wherever you're going. So the camera that make everything look good, but you can also run and gun with it. And like a lot of what they shot was during like a Formula One season.
Yeah.
So like your crowds are like legit, like you're borrowing the sport during its like ongoing thing to like help kind of like fill your movie. And like they capture the atmosphere really good with that camera and with that thing. And that tech wasn't around like in the 90s, so it's like you probably would have done. Well, you have steady cams or whatever and stuff. You would have accomplished it, but like the look is modern with like the formula of like a 90s like feel good like underdog story film. And like, is it a bad thing that's like kind of like a really good movie still? Like can we get back to that?
We can relate to it. That's it. Everybody can relate to it, right?
See, here's the thing too. It's like I want to feel empowered. Like one battle after another. Like just going back for a little bit, the incompetent or reluctant hero doesn't appeal to me as much as like Brad Pitt's character, who was like, "Come on, guys, we're gonna do this. Like, just pick yourself up, let's go." Like, it's maybe a little bit more inhuman or whatever. Even running around the track, like walking the track, running the track. I actually think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
This is the next turn. If I can take it slowly, like, well, when I'm fast, I've muscle memoried this turn, right?
Yeah.
I think like so there was cool things that he was doing that weren't like what the young kid was into, but it's like, maybe you guys need to cooperate a little bit.
That's it.
That was really cool.
There's a particular moment where, so all the kid cares about is like sponsors,
He's a little
Facebook.
fame-driven, I think. Yeah.
There's a moment where they lose because they lose all the time because they suck.
Yeah.
And afterwards, like there's like paparazzi, and he's like posing for the paparazzi, and he's smiling. And then Brad Pitt walks by. He's like, "The fuck you smiling for? You just lost."
Yeah.
And then they have like their first kind of like clash, right? Yeah. But it's like, he's right. The fuck you smiling for? Yeah. But that's all he cares about. He's like, "Oh, I gotta look good for the cameras," and it's just like, just drive. And that's kind of Brad Pitt's thing. Is Brad Pitt like, even like there's a particular scene. I want to say there's maybe two scenes where he has like an interview.
Brad Pitt
and both times he just says like one word answers. Like he wants to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
like,
you want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Which is cool, right?
So
like,
cool.
You're like, oh yeah, less is more.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's the man in this movie.
It's
actually.
true. It's true. Yeah.
No, I like this movie a lot. It's very fun.
Yeah, yeah. Good. It's good time at the movies.
Yeah.
Like I was thoroughly impressed by it. More movies like this, please.
I agree.
Let's bring it back.
And then our final movie.
Oh, you save it for the end?
This is it. Final movie. It's your number one.
Yeah.
It was my number two.
Oh.
Could be number three, technically, if I feel like throwing the Linklater movie a little higher.
Dude, I have to check this Linklater movie out because that's like, I might have to watch Breathless first, but like, I'll check this
It does spoil Breathless if you haven't.
Okay, well then
because it shows you exactly, because it shows you them filming the whole movie.
Yeah, okay.
So you know exactly what's going to happen at the end and stuff like that. But at the same time, if you watch the one, you don't actually have to watch Breathless because you've seen it. Like, pretty much, you've pretty much seen it. There's like, you know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, your number one, my number two, Weapons.
I like that it's your number two. Like that's actually pretty cool. We got like close.
We're very close.
Yeah. So, I felt like
this movie was fucking great,
dude. And I think it's because it's doing a lot. Like you have to just briefly summarize, which I think is also part of the charm of this movie, or like how this movie works.
Coolest mystery ever. Go ahead.
That's it. It's like you have a mystery. All these kids just like leave their homes and like in the middle of the night, and like they there's like a specific pose that they're doing, and they all just run off somewhere, and they don't like all these kids are missing, and it affects the town huge.
Yeah.
And from there, you're getting different town members' perspectives. And
like 30 days later.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so sorry. It's important to note it's all the kids from one particular classroom.
Fair. Yeah.
It's like just one, for whatever reason, one night, an entire classroom of like second graders. I think they're second graders.
They're young.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but they're young. I would say like maybe 7, like 7 or 8. Like it's a young group of kids.
An entire classroom just disappears.
Yeah.
They all just got up in the middle of the night. They exited their house and they just ran down the street, and they haven't been seen since. Yeah. And nobody knows. Nobody knows what the fuck happened to them. And it's just like, so it picks up about a month later, and it's just like, what the fuck's going on? But go ahead, sorry.
No, that's good. Which I think is an amazing hook, and immediately you're like, well, what is going on? Tell me. And it's like, well, clearly, like the teacher's a suspect, right? And it's like you would, as a let's say a detective or an audience member, you kind of need to just investigate everybody who could maybe be associated with this, and the movie does that. So it is like you're getting a chunk of the story from this character, you're getting a chunk of the story from this character, and like that that storytelling technique, I think I've seen it done in other movies, and I like that, but like because I'm like, whoa, what happened to the kids? It's like each story is like unraveling that bit or whatever. So you're kind of like you're on the edge of your seat with what they're like going through, but then as that character wraps up and you get another one, you see how they interconnect or they interlock in certain specific ways, and then certain characters obviously meet up or whatever. But like, I don't know, like how much can we say about this or whatever?
So
like I want to tell.
I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
All I'll say. I don't want to say at all what happened to the kids.
Yeah. No.
Or who.
That's fair. That's fair. It does spoil a lot. The hook is amazing, and to say anything more than that is
the only reason why it's not number one. Oh. Because I love the hook. The hook is amazing.
Yeah.
My only issue with the movie is, the hook is so good that there's no way you could end it on the same level. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like how you land it.
There's no landing where it'd be satisfactory because the hook is so interesting.
Okay.
It's like what happened to the kids? I can't think of a single ending that would have been like,
I feel good about it.
Ooh, that was you know what I mean? Like, so it's like no matter what, you know what I mean? That's my only issue. I like the ending. I like where it goes. But any person I've talked to that like, there's a lot of people that I've talked to who didn't like the ending and didn't like where it went.
Wow.
And it's just like, I think it's just because that hook is so good.
Yeah. It leaves them just like, well, whatever thing that they thought in their own mind was maybe better than like maybe, I don't know.
Unfortunately,
maybe. Here's what I've talked to. Because I classify this movie as a horror movie. Yep. I've talked to a lot of horror fans about it. I'm like, oh, did you see Weapons or whatever? A lot of them are just like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, I feel like because this movie's doing more than horror, it's kind of dabbling in a couple of other genres, and it's actually, I feel, okay, so like there's horror movies that are like, I'm gonna scare you, right? And it's like, okay, maybe I want to think a little bit more though, or maybe I want to like there's an investigation. There's a little bit of like a police procedural even in this a little bit, maybe, or a detective, right? So it's like these things, these added elements, I think for like a diehard horror fan who just want to be jump scared or like want to get to the body possession or like the crazy scary parts, like this movie's gonna require a little bit more engagement from you than like what you're used to from a regular horror movie, I think. And like to me, I loved how it engaged. With each character, the movie kind of changes a little bit, like in what it's revealing, and like there's moments of humor, like when like you should be like uneasy, right? So there's like it's doing a lot of like fun and like I wouldn't say like it's not afraid to like also be like funny a little bit or whatever too. So it's like I feel like more than just a horror movie, it's kind of doing a couple of different genres because it's kind of covering a couple of different characters. I don't know. And like I don't know.
No.
I like my horror to be a little bit more
I was just
It's thought-provoking.
sophisticated.
You said, sophisticated is a good word for it. It's maybe too sophisticated. I don't know. Like,
Here's the thing. I like it both ways. I like a good, like, thought-provoking horror film. I actually don't think this is much of a horror film. I actually think it's more of a thriller, but I could see why you would think it's a horror movie. I could see both aspects of it.
It's got elements. That's right.
Yeah.
It's like how do you define it? Because it's doing a lot of different genres.
Agreed. But I can also love a nice movie slasher. You know what I mean? So but anyway, I do. It's even like I was even talking to somebody and they're like, I'm like, oh, you're gonna see this movie, and they're like, I'm not a big fan of like horror movies involving kids, and I'm like, I'll be honest, like. The kids aren't really in it. Like, the kids disappear. They're the fuck out for the whole movie. So like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean,
I will say though too, it's like there are. Oh man, without spoiling it, there are moments in this movie where I'm like, dude, like, okay, I'll say without saying too much, it's like it's not just like horror. Or it's not just like a thriller. I would also say it's like a fairy tale a little bit too.
Sure. Yeah.
I would say there's a legit evil that like it's gonna take some like elbow grease and it's gonna take some people that are just a little bit more resilient than like people who would maybe give up.
Yeah.
And like there's one character who I really feel for. And how it ends for that character is I could understand why people aren't happy. I'll say the movie isn't a happy ending. It's not your Hollywood tie it with a bow ending that I think maybe people want when they're given something so crazy as where did all these children go? I want the salute. I want a happy answer and I want everybody to be happy at the end of it. It's not that movie.
Yeah.
It's not that movie. And like I felt so satisfied by the ending that I'm like that's so true to life. Well, this whole thing was so fantastical and hopefully not real. Right, hopefully not real, because if that stuff even exists out there, which it may or may not, that's scary.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I don't know. It felt true to life, and look, I go to movies a lot of times to escape. I think we all do, and like there's this thing where it's like I like my movies to be real or whatever. This movie is also doing both at the same time. It's being real with how like your expectations should be from life, but it's also like it's fantastical, dude. Yeah. And that's I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never been a person who's gone into a movie thinking it should be like real life. I go into
escape.
I go into every movie thinking this is somebody telling me a story. I don't give a fuck if it's a real story or a fairy tale. It's you know what I mean. Like you're telling me a story. I don't give a fuck if it's not supposed to be real to me. Just tell me. You know what I mean. Tell me a story. I like movies that like because I know there's a lot of people who like hate the fourth wall break because it's like, oh, it takes me out of the movie. I'm like, no, I like that. You're telling me a story. Like we're getting on a tangent, but like it's almost like what's the term, like the Greek opera, the Greek chorus, who like in a Shakespearean play they show up and they tell you, they like narrate what's going to happen next. Yeah. I like that. I like that in a story. I don't know, but anyway.
Actually, also too, there is a narrator in this too,
actually,
which is like
a little kid who never fucking
no,
introduced.
we don't see her.
No,
we don't see her. Just hear her. Right?
She's just like, oh, this happened. Yeah. This is literally like a scary story opening where she's like, it happened to a friend of mine. Like that's literally it. Like, so the movie's directed by a gentleman by the name of Zach Krager, I believe it is.
That's correct.
He got famous from a show. Oh fuck, it's like a comedy sketch show. I believe it's called The Whitest Kids You Know. I could be wrong, but anyway. So he comes from comedy. That's like almost like a Jordan Peele. Like he comes from comedy.
Yeah, actually, not that it's Get Out at all, but like it affected me. Like Get Out affected me a little bit, right? That's it. Yeah.
So it's the same. So his first movie.
Barbarian. Oh my goodness.
Was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Right? It's like this is so Barbarian's amazing, and this is him like Barbarian with a budget. You see what I'm saying? Like, all right, I got a budget now. Yeah, what am I going to do?
I'm going to exercise. I got to run. I got a little bit more room to run around. And you're like,
and I will say, so I love Barbarian. That's amazing. If you've never seen Barbarian, go see that movie. It's
Check it
awesome.
out.
Yeah. So this is a follow up to that, and and you are right. You were kind of talking about like all the characters, right? So it's funny. I was watching this movie, and there's a particular shot early on.
Okay.
It's I want to say the movie opens, aside from the narration and the kids running away, and it cuts to like a month later. I believe it's 30 days. I could be wrong. But anyway, it could be 3 months. I'm not really sure.
I honestly forgot that part about the plot. But you're right. There's some time that passes, and everybody's like, where are our children?
Yeah, it's like, like they have to be somewhere.
And they all blame the teacher, too, which is one of the main characters. And I like that because it's like, well, I kind of suspect her, too, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Because not only was she the teacher of the class, but she's new.
Yeah.
She's new to town.
Yeah.
She just got here. You know what I mean? So it's like, it kind of makes...
Suspect.
It's a little suspect. It's a little weird. Okay. So that scene, though, like, it cuts to, like, it's like a town meeting or something.
Yeah.
And it's the first scene where, like, Josh Brolin making another appearance, actually, he kind of calls the teacher out. Okay. There was the camera work in this scene. I'm like, what is it? This reminds me of a movie. And it was driving me crazy. And then as the movie kept going, I'm like, this movie is reminding me of another movie and I can't put my finger on it. It's driving me fucking crazy. And it's so funny because we were just talking about how great Paul Thomas Anderson is.
Yeah.
It's fucking Magnolia.
Yeah.
So I listened to an interview with Zach Kreger, and he was like, oh, one of my biggest inspirations was the movie Magnolia. And I'm like, fucking, there it is. It took that interview. I'm like, oh, fuck, that was it. Because it feels like, the only difference is Magnolia, it's like 12, we'll say, different characters, but it's going simultaneously. Whereas this movie, they split them up. But it's kind of the same idea where it's like one event, but it's like from everybody's perspective. And I'm like, oh my God, like, that's it. And the movie's so fucking good, like that. I'm like, oh, if you're gonna steal, like, that's the movie to steal from, right? Not saying to steal it because like,
like, okay, you homage to even like definitely. Okay, what was it, Begonia? I'd found out that that's actually based off of, like, I think it's a Korean film from like 2003.
Okay,
and it's adapted differently. Like, there's inspiration, and then you take it and you run with it or whatever, right? So it's like, that's cool, because I also think Magnolia is like this really crazy work where it's like, I remember watching Magnolia and be like, what is this movie?
Yeah.
Right. And it immediately, it's attractive. And you're like, and then also Magnolia with the whole, like, event with the, like, that's crazy. Like, in that movie. So you're like, whoa, like, Magnolia was like an awakening for me. It's like anything is possible through film. Yeah. And like, I could see why that also inspired Zach Kreger to like make this movie or whatever. So, or at least it was an influence in him to help, like, through making that. Now, I've also heard too that he said a friend of his passed away, and like this movie was him processing that, and like that's fascinating to me too, because it's like I felt like I had lost somebody by the end of the movie. Do you like that to have that translate? Like, he lost somebody, and part of his grieving process was writing this movie, and then I got that at the end. It's like, I'm missing somebody too now, and that is like, take whatever movie formula you want, it's still an impressive feat at the end to get me to like get that, like to get me there. I really respect, and anything he does next, I'm on board for. And The Whitest Kid You Know, if that's what he's on or whatever, I'm gonna maybe back channel.
I've never watched it. I've only heard of it, but I want to say it was like him and his buddy from that show. His buddy from that show is the one who died. No, and that's what he's talking about, the grievance. Yeah. Oh wow. So that's what it was like. Yeah. So but yeah, no. So it's very like, as much of as it's a horror film, it's I don't know, it's more thriller-esque to me, but it's like. Yeah, no, I think it's a really good movie. It's almost a murder movie. It's almost like a mystery. It's a mystery movie. Yeah.
I don't want to say like it's a murder, but like there is like it's kind of like a whodunit too, right? It's like whodunit, right? Like, is it her? Is it him? Is it like whatever? So it's like,
and here's the thing: when shit gets graphic. Bro. You're like, whoa, like like because it's a movie where like as the mysteries pile up.
Oh, so like it's more than one. Too.
Yeah,
it's like
there's the first kid hook. And you're like, oh, cool, that gets me in the door. But then it's just everything. It's like
there's more unexplained before we get any answers. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's just like it's just like every ending of a story, because they do like the first one's a teacher, and then the second one's like that. But it's like every ending of a story, it almost has a cliffhanger, almost like a TV episode where you're like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, and it's just like it just keeps piling up, and it's just like, I don't know. I think it's a great movie.
Yeah. But again, maybe not. But like, what year was Magnolia? It's like, again, it's
99.
Like, yeah, right. Well,
some say the best year in film history. Yeah.
Bring us back. Like the movies that brought us back to like an era where like they were making them differently is maybe what we're in store for too. So it's like, I don't know. Kudos.
Definitely.
To
also, we should point out. Magnolia was also very heavily inspired by a Robert Altman movie called Shortcuts.
There you go.
From the early 90s. Okay. So it's like, I'm not saying that Zachary, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's homage through, not even generational, because it's like 92, 99, and then like 20.
But that's like, okay, we're going back. Like, film is still like a communication. It's a dialogue.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, oh, I see what you're doing. I see that. Well, okay. like this now, right? And it's like I'm gonna take what you're saying and I'm gonna say this with it, or like that, or whatever. And it's like even like Linkletter to do the making of Breathless is clearly he's inspired by that movie enough to like make his own thing or whatever, right? Like so, it's like
not a French person though. He's not French. He's like he's a Texan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just like what I find it so interesting that he's like I want to make Breathless movie, and it's just like, oh, okay, like it's
you should
cool,
you should. And like that's it. That's the power of cinema, man. Like it's like or film, like it's like if you have the story to tell, like that is the tool in which you can say anything you want to say, and
Definitely.
it's like to be able to have a communication over time with like other filmmakers is like part of the job too, man. So it's like sign me up. Like clearly there's something that works, and it doesn't matter what time period you're in. Like it's how we ingest the movies. It's how we like to take in stories. So
yeah.
Tell me the same story again, but just make it better or make it different. Let's go.
That's it. The same with we were just talking about Formula One. It's
Top Gun Maverick. It's like it's whatever.
I've seen this movie 100 times, but for some reason I fucking loved it. Yeah,
I went for an adventure that isn't like anything that I'm used to.
For sure.
So tell me, and like if the formula is like the '90s, that's not a bad thing, everyone. So just
yeah. Anyway, that was a nice place to end it on.
Bro.
Yeah, it was a nice, that was fun.
That was 2025. I'm looking forward to 2026. I'm excited for this year still, regardless.
Here's the thing. I will say, I've seen a number of movies this year that are actually better than a lot of the movies that are on this list.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can think of at least 3 or 4 there. I'm like, oh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
maybe
it's already a pretty good year.
Yeah.
According to the world, it was one of the best years in cinema history. I don't think 2025 was the best.
Yeah. You think they're just compensating for the fact that like pretty soon we're gonna just be able to AI make movies just in our backyards or like
maybe
in our basement? We don't need Hollywood at all. It's like, no, we're important still. I wonder. Did you hear about this though? It's Ben Affleck. He
has like an AI startup or something.
Right. It might change the way movies get made coming like in like the next little while. I'm curious to see if that actually like unfolds the way it does. Here's my thing. It's like you don't need maybe the best equipment to tell a story. It's like you can tell a story with whatever you got around you as long as you tell a good story.
As long as you're the best storyteller, yeah.
Right. That's that.
I respect it. It's like this idea where it's like a lot of people talk about gatekeepers in Hollywood, right? Like, only particular people are allowed to tell stories. Well, now in a world where anybody can tell a story,
the bar has been it's been lowered, but also the door to entry is like it's more open now.
But to be fair, I mean, sorry, to be fair though, like a lot of people are really afraid of like, oh, that's gonna, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna decimate Hollywood. Like I'm gonna be honest, this already happened. YouTube,
dude,
like. You know what I mean? Like, people in a world where you can distribute whatever the fuck you want instantly on the internet and for millions of people, it already happened. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I don't know. A lot of people are afraid. I don't think I mean, it's going to make a difference, obviously, but I don't think it's going to, you know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
Either way.
Yeah. To 2026.
To 2026. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cool. All right. Till next time. Bye.